I might have to start a fire today.
Starting a fire sounds good. Hey, I just want to acknowledge this is the only thing I'm doing today. So yes, I am wearing the same. Like this is what I wear to work out. The Lululemon pants. I don't know. I think this might be a Lululemon jacket. I can't even remember. And then I even have Birkenstocks on. This is like the most extreme, not trying outfit I could possibly wear. And I don't want you to think that that's a reflection of how I feel about you.
Listen.
And he almost drank a Truly before we turned the camera on.
I don't care about it. You don't. What are you? You know this is Wack. This is not Bricc Baby over here, right?
What do you mean?
Bricc Baby in Vegas shook up. This is Wack 100 over here right now.
Just gonna twist what I said into what you want to talk about, just like that.
Got my new specs. You know what I'm saying? Just picked them up. Fresh from Lens Crafter. The bottom is up close. The top is long distance.
They say DDG on the side or DGG?
Nah.
DNG?
Dolce.
Okay.
But you can say DDG. That's nephew. DDG got eyewear out now.
No, not his brand. What are those really like new prescription glasses?
I just got them. I swear to God, I just picked them up.
And you can't see the haters?
I just picked them up.
Literally. Can you see the haters?
So the bottom is up close, and then the top is long distance.
Really? Wow. What if somebody rocks your shit?
What you mean?
Just run downs on you and just knocks you,
nah,
punch you in the face.
I only wear them like. I don't wear them like
a comfortable situation.
I don't like wearing glasses.
Me neither.
And I don't like wearing contacts in case of a squabble. I don't know what'll happen.
I mean, what are the odds of that?
I can still see.
If you have a squabble, you're probably going to have a few seconds to take your glasses off and put them to the side.
No, I'm not going to even miss them few seconds. I ain't going to have them on. Period.
When I was a kid,
I don't wear them in public.
Not wearing glasses seemed like a very important thing because I was getting in fights all the time.
You ain't had no fights. You was a little punk ass white boy.
You could not have hung out.
You got your goddamn bike ticket.
You wouldn't have lasted a day at Nashua High.
Mom, they took my bike.
I don't sound anything like that. You wouldn't have lasted a day at Nashua High. They would have hemmed you up.
When your dad calls collect, you tell him about it.
Why would my dad be calling collect?
Because he was in the penitentiary. Your dad's kind of like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up. I'm glad he is.
I don't even know if we knew about collect calls back then.
Huh?
When are we doing the dad pod?
We got to do it whenever you want to do it.
You got a dad bod? We're going to do a dad pod?
Yeah, whenever you want to do it, man.
Okay.
Shit. Get it done.
You going to the Big Sad Show tonight?
Oh, they called me about that.
At the Novo. Pull up.
Who?
What?
You're not going there, are you?
No.
Yeah,
why? You're going to bomb it or something?
Well, I'm not going to do anything.
What?
But I want you to go home today.
I am going to go home today.
That's great.
That's really more of a personal thing. Why? You're saying something crazy is going to happen. And if it does, you're going to take credit for it.
No. I'm not taking credit for nothing.
You're John Gotti in the situation?
No, I will tell you this, right? Is you got a group of gatekeepers. That no matter what, eventually we're going to know. If we don't know prior to, we're going to know right before or therefore after. Because they call and they ask like, yo, is any of your people? And when they ask me too many questions like that, I just know. I'm like, I don't got no people, hitting the stage. I'm glad you kind of brought it up. But
I mean, it'll already be a few days old by the time this comes out.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully everything goes great.
If nothing happens, you're gonna look like a weirdo for sitting here acting like something's gonna happen.
Listen,
I can't stop it.
I don't want nothing to happen. When I get calls and they say, Wack, you don't have anybody performing at this particular show, and I'll be like, I just say no. If I say yes, right, usually it says, all right, what time is a set time and who is it? And I tell them, and then we get off the phone. And then whatever they doing, they usually work around it. But I just simply told them, nah, I ain't got nobody there that night.
Should I pause this podcast and call Big Sad and say, hey, Wack is saying some spooky shit?
I'm not saying anything. I just said.
No, you're being spooky.
All I said was I got a call if any of my people are going to be performing that night. And I said no. And they was like, okay, cool. And they got off the phone.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to stay outside of this whole situation. Nothing that you've said here makes me think that it's a big enough threat for me to alert him.
I wouldn't know if it was a threat or not.
I'm sure he's pulling up with an assumption of some degree of threat. He's going? Wack says you're going to die. No, you're in the audience, so you sounds like you'll probably be all right.
You going to the audience?
He's going there to film. So if there's if there's a massacre, then I guess, we'll capture it.
So listen. So there's a front area to the left side of the audio. Best place to film. Most neutral spot in there.
Spooky.
Not because if the door comes here, you got the front here, and he'll be here. So if anything's going on, disgruntled fans because they don't like the music, or somebody backstage flips out on the E-pill and want to rush the stage, he'll be out the way, but he'll be in position to get the content.
The Nova, one of the more high security environments that you could perform at in Los Angeles.
You okay?
You don't buy it?
Huh?
You don't buy it? Every time I've been there, it's pretty impressive.
You okay?
Okay.
You say so.
I'm a big bad gang member.
Everything
Everybody
happens
gonna get beat up.
Hey, listen, brother, you just mentioned it. You know what's crazy is they didn't even mention the date. They just mentioned the artist in the show. They didn't even mention that. They just said, yo, do you got anybody performing on Dude's set? I'm like, I need to check with TrueCar.
Okay. Shout out to Big Sad. Anyway, I survived my Chicago mission.
Yeah, you low on the deep end with that.
Made it out unscathed. What's the deep end?
You text me about 9 o'clock my time, which is 11 or 12 o'clock their time.
Uh-huh.
And you told me you were on O Block.
I was on O Block.
That time of night.
I don't think I told you that, though.
You don't, bro, you text me that.
Well, maybe you texted me while I was there, and I just said, LOL, I'm at O Block. I wasn't hitting you up like, hey, I'm at O Block. Be on standby. No, I might need an ambulance. And I think you're the person best positioned to call it.
No, I think you were just telling me because I sent you a contact. I said, what are you doing there?
Right.
Look. I said...
You're going to show me my own text? I believe that I did say, okay, I'm at O Block. That's the kind of detail I might share with you via text, yeah?
No, I sent you Rainwater's thing. Rainwater in front of Jen Lee's club. And you said, laugh out loud. I'm on O Block right now. And that was 9 o'clock my time. So I said, I sent you my guy. I said, yo, here go a number in case you need it. Sent you Kiddo Curry's number. Said, here go my number.
I appreciate that. But I was with Remo. So really, I think I was fine.
Man, listen, I sent you, a
Remo
reputable
from
dude.
Bass Pro Shop.
Or I said, here go Kiddo Curry's number. I told him you was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I said, if this number hits you, make sure you respond.
I was with I was with the real members. I was all right.
Here's what you don't understand.
No. What you don't understand is I was with the real members.
Here's what you don't understand. And this kind of like rolls into something that's currently going on now.
Ooh.
Right? What you don't understand is you're out there Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
2-3 scenarios. You got a dude been locked up 3 years. Sissy been gone. His brother got shot. They robbed his mama. And they told on him. So now he could have came home and wanted to venture out that night. Or 2 days prior, some shit happened over here at the club. And on this particular night, a Friday night, they may want to go through there. You never know when people are going to respond to the things they're upset at. In every neighborhood in America always has at least 10 different scenarios, whether it's people in jail waiting to get out, people on the street, people out of town waiting to somebody healing up in the hospital that want to go to somebody's block and get some get back. So it didn't necessarily have to be because of Adam. You could have just been over there like Gilly's son. They didn't come for Gilly's son. They just hit the block and he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Nobody was hunting Gilly's son. But he just happened to be on that block in a car. You know how it is. You know, these dudes, I come from you get your man. Right? You can be out there and I'm watching. We like, who is that? Him?
Hey, no, this is Chirac. We got switches. We hitting everybody.
You know what?
Not me so much, but
crazy?
That's what they be doing.
You know what I noticed? Chicago has been simmering down and you want to go out there and start it back up.
Oh, no, we pushing positivity and peace. No shit talking while we're out there. All good vibes, bigging up the city, helping out the people.
Good deal. Same scenarios going on with this frivolous bozo shit Atlanta PD's doing.
Ooh, little baby.
Yeah, right? Okay, so
what do you know about this situation?
Well,
I think I need my mouse and my keyboard.
That's Marlowe, rest in peace neighborhood, right?
Okay.
Marlowe. I think Marlowe was murdered on the freeway.
Okay.
Good dude, rest in peace, Marlowe. Lil Baby and Marlo had to understand they both part of the same label.
Okay.
You know, actually, we was out on tour together, 2019. Blueface, Marlo, Young Miami, 42 Dugg, Lil Baby headlining. Might have been somebody else in there. But nevertheless, I believe it made those two groups overall, they may have a little problem. But
Marlo's hood and Lil Baby's hood?
Yeah, they may have a little problem. But
it's been a while. I forget how this went down.
It's always been love when it comes to that. But here's the thing. We see a lot of silly stuff where people go into people's neighborhoods and blocks.
Right.
Shooting. And usually when you do that, getting video footage, you run and gun it. You know what I'm saying? You pull up a couple vehicles to watch your back, cameraman, jump out in the dude's park because they really ain't out there, or they block, you do your little thing, you edit it in, you make it look good, right? That's when somebody's trying to be disrespectful.
Okay.
When you see a full production camera crew pulling up in a parking lot.
That was wild.
That's permitted, Sprinter vans, SUVs, full production. The neighborhood is out there. The parents are loving it. The kids are loving it. Few things are happening here. One, he don't think it's a beef. Two, he's checked in with somebody over there to get the green light to come over there and record. Three, the song it wasn't a diss song, right? So while they're there, somebody does a drive-by. 3 people are shot. I don't know if they're the cameraman, production. We don't know really who they are, right? Now, this goes back to what I just said about you being on O-Block. So the officer's there, this black dude. He's like, yeah, you know, the people are saying, we love that Lil Baby came to the neighborhood showing us love. Boom, boom, boom. Officer don't have this energy. Now I see him the other day.
This guy on the screen?
Yeah, this dude.
Okay.
I see him the other day.
That's
saying
Major Ralph Woodfolk.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
He really owed Lil Baby an apology and a retraction. Because the way he's putting it is as if these 2 13-year-olds were killed during the drive-by that happened while Lil Baby was trying to shoot the video. But that's not the case. 2-3 days later, somebody else came over there shooting. So what he's saying something I've never heard a police officer say.
That's what I was thinking. This seems kind of unprecedented.
He said Lil Baby was someplace he knew he wasn't supposed to be. I've never heard law enforcement say that a person is somewhere they're not supposed to be.
It's almost like a correctional officer type vibe because normally, like, you're used to the idea of CEOs kind of putting different people from different gangs in different sections of the prison to avoid problems. But this is like they're supposing that Lil Baby should just be respecting the gang lines of the city, which is not something you typically hear police trying to enforce.
Everybody has shot everywhere. Half a gang's video is in we can call quote unquote enemy neighborhood, right? We call over there, you know, we let them know we coming, it's cool as love, right? People love to see, right, some representation, right? Snowfall. Snowfall shot in the Pacoima projects. For the last 10 to 15 years, it's been a Mexican-Black war, right? But guess what? They didn't call it over there, got understanding that we're going to shoot this. Trust and believe they didn't sat out and tapped in with them. That's a very big game to where it's an understanding for people that look like us to be over there shooting, right? So now this dude is saying 2 days later, there's a shootout, there's a drive-by, and he's blaming Lil Baby for it. Hold on, bro. In every neighborhood is internal stuff going on. It's stuff that's just been brewing for years. It's people getting robbed. You can have an argument or dispute at a mall. You could be on the freeway and they didn't got down on them. They didn't got away, got back and come back. So how are you saying 2 days later, this shooting is because of Lil Baby? What he's trying to do is he's trying to turn 4PF as if anything that happens with them, and he don't even know if that's who did it, as if, well, if they did it, Lil Baby, you know about it, right?
Right.
Does this sound familiar?
Very.
Young Thug.
Yeah.
They done took an L in there with Thug, And now they taking Lil Baby, who's been very positive. Last I saw, he just bought a strip mall in there, regutting it, create new jobs for the community. I don't hear Lil Baby caught up in anything negative. He's been doing his music. He had a #1 album.
Didn't he get rid of the whole 4PF thing? Like,
all of that. So, but
the label name has changed?
Yeah,
what did he change it to?
I don't know. But this dude right here that look like us is just saying, oh, the shooting that happened 2 days after they got shot up is Lil Baby's fault. Hey, listen, bro. It's not Lil Baby's fault that their video got shot up. Lil Baby's a very smart individual. Before he went over there, I'm pretty sure he had some communication with the powers that be over there. The way he pulled up, right? You could pull that up to like May 2024. It's on IG. Full production. You don't pull up full production in somebody's neighborhood being disrespectful.
Right.
Sprinter bands, you know what I mean? Regular people, you just don't do it, right?
I mean, I don't know enough about the Atlanta politics to say whether this seems like it was intended to be inflammatory, but for sure, like, you know, DW Flame went to Big Sad's neighborhood and did pull-ups on a light or some shit, right? But I'm sure that they were probably there for like 5 minutes. No shots of them. I would assume it was a quick pull-up.
But even with that, there was a run and gun situation.
Bands from the Rose went to Lefty's neighborhood.
Run and gun.
Did a video. I'm guessing that he acted like they were there for a long time. I would assume it was probably one guy with a camera. They were probably there for 20 minutes, 10 minutes.
I just feel like they attacking everybody in hip hop as if what they're doing is they're doing it for a negative reason. Right? And this situation is sad. It's almost like it would make a dude from Atlanta not even want to live there, because if you go somewhere to try to do something positive and one of the little idiots, because in every situation, I've had situations when I brought all them dudes in my neighborhood, it's a few people didn't like that. But, you know, we had to police that, like, hey, make sure you keep an eye on them little niggas over there. Because, you know, they'd get off. They'd take it in their own hands and just do something dumb.
Right.
So I don't believe, you know, that Lil Baby's intentions was a goal, and he lost that money that day. He probably lost 50 that day. Production got to be paid regardless.
Wait, so after the shooting, the whole video got shut down, so they
got
didn't even
shut
get to do
down,
it.
so you got to redo it, right? And he's a very smart businessman. And I don't believe, I'm gonna be real, even if he was on that, which I don't believe he was, it's all on the internet that his video got shot up, right?
Right.
Lil Baby ain't gonna be like, y'all go over there right now, a day or two later. He know they gonna blame me.
Right.
Right? If Lil Baby, his whole disposition is, look, few people got hit, we're gonna take care of them, and we're gonna keep it pushing, keep it moving. Because I don't need this on my name, I just won't go back over there.
My thing is that there's no charges against Lil Baby, so them putting out this statement is
It's
basically
slander.
just them casting this
slander. It's not
shadow
cool.
on him that realistically, that if it was serious, if you felt like you could prove that he had some involvement or something intentional, you'd be charging him with something.
And what's crazy, what we probably gonna see next is the families, because anybody can file a lawsuit, attempting to file a lawsuit because of what this officer is saying. He really needs to retract this and issue Lil Baby an apology, because you can't blame him for what others do, man. You just can't do it. Like, you don't got nobody saying, Lil Baby sent me over here to do this and do this and do that. Things in the neighborhood is brewing. It's like a volcano in every neighborhood. It's always somebody there that wants to do something to somebody, and somebody elsewhere that wants to come over there and do something to somebody. Things happen quick, bro. I done seen people get into a quick scuffle, and before you know it, Facebook, I got my homeboy, what's his name? I think his name is Brainy. Facebook, literally, Facebook, over a brawl. Woo, what? This my part, what? I'll come over there and smoke you right now. Well, I'm out here right now. He pulled right up in broad daylight 7 minutes later. Smoked the dude, killed him that quick.
Jeez.
Right? Just so you, but guess what?
Not cool.
But guess what? That same dude could have had an argument with Wack 2 days prior. You know what they would have said? I sent him.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with me, right? That's not the case, but He just can't run around putting things on people because that's what he thinks.
Yeah, no, that's
not cool.
That's definitely wild. So I need the deep dive. I need like some of these YouTube detectives to let us know what exactly is going on with this gang war. Because if I'm gonna point at Lil Baby and say like, no, this was definitely inflammatory and intentional, I would need a lot better evidence of such. But as is, I just don't think the cops should be like mandating that gang members stay out of each other's neighborhoods, even for professional purposes.
A young thug situation. Whatever was going on like that, whatever fire was burning, they put a lot of that out, bro. Ain't nobody stupid. Ain't nobody crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, nobody's gonna just be out there on Front Street like that, knowing and understanding what law enforcement.
Wait, so these guys the kids got killed in July 2024?
And the shooting happened like May or something, like.
Oh, okay. So the reason why this is in the news now is because on Wednesday afternoon, leaders with the Atlanta Police Department held a news conference to announce 7 arrests in the shooting deaths of Jacody Davis and Lamont Freeman.
Cool. Blame
both
them.
13. Okay.
Blame them, bro. Like, blame them. Why are you blaming Lil Baby?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you need a rapper involved if you really want people to pay attention.
Crazy.
You think it's you know it's like pretty crazy when I'm watching those documentaries about all the Mexican hoods in the valley and shit. And it's like they have just as deep and interesting a gang subculture as all the black gangs in South Central and everywhere else. It's just there's no music associated with it, so people don't really care.
Hey, bro, some of the oldest gangs are Hispanics.
Yeah.
A lot of old gangs. Anytime you're dealing with the flats, you know, any other flats, you know what I mean? We got Primera flats. Tortilla flats, Pacoima flats. You know what I'm saying? You got, you know what I mean? Those gangs have been around forever. You watch American Me, you'll see that.
Why are black people so much better at making music than Hispanic people? At least in hip hop.
I'm gonna be real. With them watching our cultural growth from back in the days, black people have always made music. Right. We made music. The slaves used to make music. Telling people when to run, when not to run, right? People was braiding maps, using the braids, you know what I mean? The braids in the hair was really a roadmap on how to get somewhere. So we've been humming and making music, you know what I'm saying, since the beginning of time.
And to anyone who's going to call me racist for saying that, I mean, you could objectively put white people even lower on the totem pole of like popular music in this space.
You go back to
LA.
Africa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, music's been a part of our culture.
I'm pretty sure they were making music too.
But I don't know. See,
they just haven't really had their rappers take off on even close to the same level.
Well, you know, it's a whole Latin genre. I'm pretty sure that's doing some numbers.
I know, but I'm just isolating it to like LA hip hop music.
Well, you're talking about somebody crossing over into a genre that's technically is not theirs.
That's true. Yeah.
It's like somebody black going into the Latin side of it, right? And like it's gonna be a struggle for them.
They've just had like 30 years. You'd have thought that they, you know, because like now I feel like we're kind of seeing it more than ever.
Well, they don't dictate the trend of it. And by the time they catch up with the trend, it's changed 2-3 times, right? And they're Hispanic dudes. Mannerisms is totally different from ours. So if you got the urban side of it, dictating the trend of how the music is delivered, right? The cadence of it, right? A real essay is not gonna act like us. You get what I'm saying? So his flow is gonna be how he is. When you heard Kid Frost back in the day, he just had some real songs, right? His flow wasn't the flow of Ice Cube. He just had Ain't No Sunshine. And you know what I'm saying? It was like, it was real.
It's like the way that there's been so little UK rap that has had any kind of presence in America. And it's like, even though we're talking about other Americans, people who live in the same city as us, it's just going to be kind of harder for the fan base to latch onto.
I mean, listen. And then what's crazy about the Hispanic culture, the Hispanics that can't rap, they don't accept them, they reject them because they say they acting like us. But if we accept them, then they'll claim them. Straight up. Like the ones that can rap, like, and step into our lane and flow and hip hop, the Hispanic community be like, oh, they're acting black. Right. This is why I signed Coyote. I'm like, shit, it's 6-7-1. This is easy. But those two brothers actually could rap. They got a joint with Zoe Osama. You seen that?
Well, it's funny you mention that because Lefty got arrested for meth in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, we know he's a crackhead. He's a dope head.
I bet you were doing a little victory lap when that took place.
No, I don't wish jail on anybody. I hope he bailed out.
Know.
Hope he
That's
bailed
your top
out.
op right there.
No, he's not. No, he just actually. I've never seen him. I troll him because he trolls me. Well, actually, because he lied on me.
Because he said that you stopped him from getting a deal.
I stopped him from getting a deal. I've never done it. I've never done nothing like that. But no, I seen him get arrested. It looked at me like, I hope he was driving to Texas.
Yeah, I don't think they performed the show yet. Yeah, something like that.
He was on his way to Texas.
Yeah.
And that lets me know he's a dope fiend because he couldn't handle a 3-hour flight.
Oh, I think, they didn't drive?
Yeah, but bro, it's a 3.5-hour flight. You land, you can get whatever you want in Texas.
Yeah.
It's not nothing that we have here that you can't get in Texas.
Whatever he's getting paid to perform in Texas, I could pretty much guarantee it doesn't make sense to drive there. It's like a 20-hour drive.
Yeah. It's 12 from here to El Paso. And then you got another 700-some miles into Houston.
Okay, is it just me, though? Like, it doesn't seem that scary to bring meth or, like, coke or whatever on a flight.
No, that's scary.
I know the penalties are very serious, but to me, it just feels like it wouldn't be that hard.
Bro, if he's that much of a dope fiend, he could have got high, right? He could have got to the airport before he cleared, TSA, got high there, right? Flew, landed, and got whatever he needed to get high when he landed.
Right.
Houston ain't no clean, whatever we got here, they got in Houston.
Yeah, I would assume that too, but people like having their own supply.
He bailed out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got to fight a case now. And Texas don't play. They do third time, but they give your ass 15 years, to do 5.
I mean, it is kind of crazy when you think about it that he's been outside in LA damn near talking about the fact that he's doing these drugs for, let's say, a year. And LAPD does not give a fuck. They're not even they're not slightly incentivized to pull him over, to do an investigation, to do anything to uncover Lefty doing these hard drugs. He goes to Texas for like less than a day and boom, they got him.
Well, marijuana's illegal there.
I know.
So it's a good chance. A lot of these dummies, when they travel, they get high, they smoke. You get pulled over in Texas and drop that window and they smell some marijuana.
Yeah.
That's probable cause to search.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the Island Boys just got caught up because they were riding around with ghost guns and they were snorting perks.
Where?
In Florida.
They had ghost guns?
They had ghost guns.
The feds didn't pick it up?
You're not even allowed to. You are allowed to have a ghost gun in Florida, apparently.
Oh, no.
The person who made the video, 1090 Jake made a video about it, and he said that you can't.
You can't have ghost
guns. Can you have a ghost gun in Florida?
It's not traceable.
Ghost guns are legal to possess and manufacture in Florida, but there are some restrictions. You cannot intend to sell the ghost gun. If you use a 3D printer to make the ghost gun, you must insert a metal plate into the body so it can be detected by X-ray. It's illegal to possess or 3D print a machine gun. Okay, wow. So basically, like, when they pulled him over, they charged him with scratching the serial number off the ghost gun. The ghost gun doesn't have a serial number.
Don't have a serial
so
number.
They charged him with something that doesn't even make sense. But these are cops like in a nice ass area who don't deal with gangs or like serious crime like this. So that's what they charged him.
That's not a ghost gun.
So basically, he's going to beat it, no problem.
It's not a ghost gun.
Either way, like, okay, riding around with guns and snorting perks. I was hanging out with some people the other day who that seems like that's pretty much what they're doing.
Now, the feds.
The difference is that he's in a place like Texas where they just take these crimes completely differently.
The feds can pick that up like they doing Boosie.
Wait, so federally the ghost gun charge could still stick?
No. This is what the feds could do. Boosie beat that case down in San Diego, right? Right? He beat it. Dude filed an appeal and beat it. They dropped it. They turned around and charged Boosie with the most craziest charge I've ever seen.
I'm glad you stopped calling him Bootsy.
His charge is like possession of a firearm while intoxicated.
That's what they said about Boosie?
That's his new charge.
Because he was smoking weed, probably?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Right? So now, the feds is the law of the land. If the feds wanted to reach down there and say, y'all was on these perks while you had possession of these guns,
there you go.
They can grab him because Boosie's charge is crazy. I hope Donald Trump helps Boosie out with that.
Yeah. I wonder what the odds of that actually happening
are. We covered the story who lined him up and ratted on him down in Dago, but he beat it on that end. Then they refiled on it.
They refiled it federally?
Federally.
Wow, that's so crazy.
But they gave him a whole new charge.
Yeah.
His charge is like possession of a firearm while intoxicated. Or something like that. So this, they fit it. Reason why I hope they don't catch that, because they're going to tell on everybody they know.
Gnarly.
The Island Boys telling on everybody.
Okay. What's your statement? And I'm surprised you haven't brought it up yet, but what's your statement about this Bricc Baby incident that you allege happened earlier?
Bricc Baby should tone it down. Those people that he know really don't want to go there with him, stop playing with it because he's not thinking logically. He's like, so much could happen to him. Like today could have been real bad.
You got him set up.
No, I didn't get him set up nothing. He lined himself up, right? Because you be on the phone with Bricc Baby, me or Luce Cannon, and it's cool. And then you look up, hour later, he's sitting in here calling us all kind of disrespectful names. It's crazy. No, for real, it's like us sitting here, right? And then tomorrow morning you hear me on Clubhouse just going at you. Be like, yo, what?
That's a Lush move. We'll talk about that too.
Right? That's weird, right? So, I hope today was a lesson learned that, bro, like, let it go, because one day people may not have any amnesty, bro.
So he hit up somebody to link with them for what purpose?
No, he's in Vegas.
And
he's in Vegas, right?
And he tried to link up with somebody, and then surprise, Luce Cannon pops out the cut.
No, he reserved the Airbnb.
Okay, and somehow it ended up being that the Airbnb renter was associated with Luce Cannon. That's crazy.
It was his Airbnb. They informed him that the owner would meet him at the Airbnb to go over how to.
And Luce Cannon was the owner.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Should we call him to get his version of the story?
Call who?
Bricc Baby.
I mean, I talked to Bricc Baby already.
And you told him that you were part of him.
We wasn't part of nothing. We don't want to listen, man. Let me tell you this. We don't want to do nothing to Bricc Baby. Bricc Baby running around with what's the homie name?
Conrad.
Conrad. We got major love for Conrad. Let's see, I ain't gonna lie to you.
This is you guys on the phone earlier?
After the fact, having a conversation.
Okay.
Right?
At 10
today.
What's it say? 10 a.m.?
That's today.
No, noon. At noon, exactly.
Right.
What are the odds?
So our whole thing is like this, on some real I really believe at this point in time, our move is to bring the West Coast together. Right? We did it with music. Now podcasting and television, subscription-based apps, that's the wave.
So you want to unite the West Coast against Bricc Baby?
No.
Okay.
I want everybody on the West Coast to be able to maximize and utilize one another's resources and be able to do things and go places and interview people without it always being some conflict about us. And I've slowed down a lot on it. People call me, I'll be like, I'm not tripping it. You know what I'm saying? And let's gatekeep our coast, right? Let's not allow other people from other places to gaslight us against one another. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of these people I set back, I don't even know. Like, I don't know ODM Smith. As much as I want to dislike him, I can't hate him, I don't know him. What, I'm going to hate him because he a Crip? I don't care about if you're a Crip or not. You know what I'm saying? That don't bother me. It's like,
if you were going to hate him, you would probably hate him because he said a bunch of shit about you, right?
Yeah, but
Not
the things he's saying is like, it really, he know it like I know it. We really ain't got no real reason to be at each other. His reason to dislike me is because I mentioned Crip Mac's real name when I said I was gonna bail him out, which is crazy because he's a public figure. And it's
I feel like almost everybody who knows Crip Mac knows.
Yeah,
his name.
right. You know what I'm
you
saying?
Know him
So,
even a little bit.
You know, my whole thing and Luce Cannon did good today. That could have went another way, but like,
you have video evidence of anything happening to Bricc Baby in Vegas? Because I feel like knowing you guys, there's almost no chance that you didn't film something.
Nothing happened to him.
Yeah, but I still feel like you guys would create a video asset in order to be able to prove that this happened.
We don't have to create. Every home that we have has video and audio. And
so you're saying Bricc Baby made it into the house before this confrontation started?
He made it to the driveway.
Ah.
You know.
I'm also very intrigued. You made it sound like he threw me under the bus.
He's upset with you.
This is the first I've ever heard of that.
He's upset with you.
I don't understand how
he's
that
been
could
trying to get his
be
homie a job.
See, I don't think he's ever said anything to me about getting his homie
a job.
I mean, why would that be a reason to be upset with me?
I don't know.
I'm hesitant to take your word for it. I guess I got to hear what his version of this is. Let me ask you something.
Anything I put on the table with you, it ever come back to be some bullshit?
For sure.
What?
Well, we had to take down the podcast about Big U because we got a cease and desist, and because all that seems like it's bullshit.
No, you got a cease and desist from Big U. Now let me ask you a question.
But you guys were acting like it was so certain that all this information was going to come out, and then it never came out.
Well, you know, that kind of falls on another side of it, and it's crazy because I'm dealing with that right now with legal, right? Getting our drives back and everything that should come back.
I'm just saying that you saying that
months.
He said that he's been trying to get his friend a job here and that he's mad at me about it, like that's so outside the realm of actually something that happened that's kind of confusing to me.
Okay,
I gotta ask him about that.
At the end of the day, this is how we like to play it.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna say nothing to do nothing until you do. But understand this: all our cameras got audio.
Ooh, okay.
So, end of the day, you know, this footage could be very damaging because coming from the streets where we come from, there's certain things you just don't do. Luce had he held back. He didn't have to, but he did for certain reasons. But when you do certain things and you woofing the way you woofing, you got to take it to consideration. Like, if I was a dude that ran around with my little kids all the time, I wouldn't be this active. Because I got my kids with me all the time. Right? But you can't be doing all that woofing, and that's always your wall, right? Because as a responsible adult and a father, and even a gangster, you got to take these things into consideration, because one day somebody patience might be short to where they don't see that. What it used to be in the past, it ain't today. We see a lot of stories of, you know, people that just don't care. So this is not a conversation to embarrass or expose, because it would have been up. You know what I'm saying? 4 or 5 hours ago. You know, it would have been up, but like, people really need to slow down, bro, with what they doing, what they saying, this new thing they do. They'll say something about you, right? And if you don't address them, they let the world feed on it. But the minute you come at them, they say, I'm just trolling. Nah, bro, it's a line between trolling, which is clowning about something that's unrealistic, versus saying something that could be believable and slanderish on somebody's name. You know what I'm saying? Like, we sit here and troll all the goddamn time. But we troll about things that people's laughing about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just really think, you know, he really need to slow down. You know, it's a lot of things that have come to me. Some things have you kept from me.
Like what?
You know what I'm saying?
I kept what from you?
This situation that happened out here was definitely far-fetched from the worst situation that has happened.
Here?
We ain't talking about
that was
here.
for sure the worst situation that happened here.
The building was shut down, so that's not even here. But
okay, it was outside of the building, I guess.
Yeah, but you didn't have inside the building situations. A lot of things that came to me, Adam.
Like what?
That would have never happened on my watch.
What has happened here that you're talking about?
What you mean?
You tell me.
We're you for real?
Yeah, what happened here? The most violent shit that's happened here has been pretty tame.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
At a no jumper function?
Outside of the one that you lined up.
Which one I lined up?
The J Reed thing.
I didn't line that up.
Whatever you
nothing
want
to
to
do
say.
with that. Well, let's talk about the purple sweater.
What's that? Purple sweater?
Yeah.
What is that?
You don't know what that is?
No.
You don't remember when Bricc was hosting with the purple sweater?
Not really.
You got amnesia?
Purple sweater.
There's video footage out there. I just prevented it from coming out. Somebody got it. Yes, when I see these things, I'm like, shh, I would have never allowed that to happen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No. Purple sweater. I could see him wearing a purple sweater, but I'm not sure when or why or what you're talking about. Maybe the fans can put it together. Go watch every episode that he's ever been on and find the purple sweater, and that'll tell him. You're a very cryptic individual. You know that?
Man down. 2 mans down. 3 mans down.
What?
Clear the building. Listen, you should never, ever look at me in a way because the very same thing you have had to endure, you verbally heard me stop.
I feel like you're doing the Keem thing. Just say what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want to play stupid, I'm going to play stupid.
I'm not playing stupid.
Just
I just
know
actually
this.
don't know what you're talking
You
about.
have a certain character that keeps on, and it's already come to your door. It came to the door. It came to a situation. It's been things that happened and y'all sweep it under the rug. You might want to holler at him because people are really, they talking. And today, my team held back. They held back because of what happens here. See, one thing I know about you, because you could tell me, yo, Wack, we're going to lay back off such and such, such. And I'm going to respect that because it's your building. It's going to come a time that you got to really like say, hey, some of this we're going to lay back on because it could go somewhere. And we don't need that. Go on your social media or go on your channel and do it. You get what I'm saying? Some of the things I do on my channel, I don't do up here. Some of the things we do on Clubhouse, I don't do up here.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, to be honest, but I guess the comments will probably fill me in at least a little bit. Hopefully. I don't know. If it's too cryptic for the audience to get.
Whatever happened to the dude who used to be up here with Bricc Baby?
YBG.
What's his name?
Young Barry Gordy.
Gordy, yeah. Whatever happened to him?
He got sprayed up.
Did he?
Yep.
In the streets?
At a party.
Who party was it?
I don't know. I mean, he's still around. He's still alive. He's fine.
You don't know who party was?
I know who party it was, but I'm not going to throw him under the bus.
Huh?
Well, I don't want to say whose party it was.
Somebody wearing a purple sweater that night? Let's continue on.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yo, I'm just saying. Listen.
So you're saying you got him shot?
No.
No.
I don't even know.
That was friendly fire.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
That was what?
It was someone that he knew.
And who knew?
Gordy.
That wasn't on Gordy.
You're saying Bricc got him set up. Wow. This
you
is going
said
in a
that.
lot of
I didn't
different,
say that.
A lot of different directions here.
But it wasn't on Gordy.
It wasn't on Gordy. Okay.
It wasn't.
I don't know.
You know it wasn't on Gordy.
I don't know anything.
Wasn't on Gordy.
All I know is shots went off.
It wasn't on Gordy. Wasn't on the other dude. Wasn't on none of them. You know exactly what's going on. And dude need to control himself. Today told me, I told my team, look, bro, start disregarding what dude talking about. Because if a motherfucker got to lay down about something, let it be about something real. He just a kid playing. And I think the drugs is maybe getting him to a point to where he don't even understand what he's doing. Because whenever you drive your family into the beast of the belly.
Belly of the beast.
No, the beast of the belly.
That's not how that goes.
No, the beast of the belly.
The beast has a belly.
Yeah, exactly. See, the way you're saying it, I'm saying it
the belly doesn't have a beast.
Because, no, you're missing what I'm saying. This dude is playing. Because if he was halfway the way he presents himself to be, his movement would be on that. My movement is on that. Right? The lineup ain't just gonna happen with me like that. And if you try to line me up, I'm gonna meet you at the line. Dude need to chill out. Okay. For real. He need to chill out because it's gonna come a time where ain't nobody gonna give him a pass.
As long as we're dissecting my No Jumper Show co-hosts, I think we need to have a conversation about Lush.
Man, listen.
So you're just gonna take the reins? You got you have a narrative on deck for Lush.
I wanted to whoop Lush ass at one time.
When was this?
Sometime back before I knew who he was, because he was saying a lot of slick shit.
Oh, I just remember the fight video came out, so I guess that's probably the lowest hanging fruit.
When I met him, I don't know if I'm tripping, but I detected he had a handicap.
Not an actual handicap, right?
No.
He's very smart.
No. The way he walked, it looked like something was wrong with his leg.
Well, he's probably just kind of out of shape.
You understand what I'm saying? Something was going on.
His leg is fucked up?
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
He was walking. So I took it like, dude got a handicap. I don't know if one leg was shorter than the other. I didn't know, right? So I dismissed what I wanted to do to him.
Why did you want to beat up Lush?
Because he was up. You know, it's one thing for, if you know, like Almighty. He says shit sometimes, but I know him. So I know when he's saying shit, he just rolling with the car. I don't take it personal. But when the dude like Lush was saying it, and I associated him with the other weirdo.
Bricc?
No.
Compa.
And I thought he was an essay. So I'm like.
He is.
No, he's not.
Well.
He's a white dude, like Italian or some shit he told me.
He's a white essay.
Yeah, he's not an essay, right?
Although, he got pressed to say what hood he's from the other day on the podcast, and
he's like a tagging crew.
He wouldn't say anything. So
then I see this. He must have pissed Almighty off. And
I can tell you exactly what happened. We were on here, and Lush basically accused or threw out the accusation that Almighty might have had some kind of charge or accusation of a sexual nature, which, as far as I know, never seen any evidence of that at all.
Did you put him up on Megan's Law?
No, but I'm pretty sure it's not like that
Did
at all.
y'all search?
No.
But I know his first and last name.
I mean, I'm sure
we need to clear
does.
nephew of that for real.
Well, okay. Either way, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's 100% not true for the record. But Lush, while they were arguing, inferred that Almighty informed him that now they needed to fade. This was, I don't know, maybe almost a year ago, maybe like 8 months ago or whatever.
Yeah, but Almighty gave him a break.
Then Almighty summoned him to his front yard. Almighty's dad filmed the fight, which the fight, obviously we can't show it because of YouTube, but it's out there if anybody wants to search the Reddit or something, or YouTube, probably you can find it. Almighty's dad was actually filming. The plan was for it to not ever come out, but apparently somebody got their hands on it.
Almighty gave him a break. I'm disappointed in Almighty.
Why?
Because if Lush made those accusations, Almighty caught him with a feint, dropped him with a right. It's one hit, right? But he bagged up after the drop. That's a sign of respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He should have dog walked him.
Oh, because of why they were fighting in the first place?
Nephew should have dog walked him. Like, he should have dogged him for a minute. At least 7 to 10 seconds.
Okay.
But
let the ref break it up.
He bagged up off of him. I don't know why Lush even got out there because Lush should only attempt to fight when somebody's forcing him to fight because he can't fight.
I mean, he could probably fight someone else. He just didn't seem he was. It wasn't a good matchup for him.
No, that style of fighting, turning to the left and closing your eyes and leaning back, that's not fight. Now, if you somewhere and somebody attack you, you got to try to fight. I get it. But he should never volunteer to line it up with nobody.
You think that he just took a dive, basically? Like he wanted to be over with so bad that he just sort of laid down as soon as he got hit?
Well, he laid down and he didn't get up.
Well,
and the crazy part
I think the actual fight was quite a bit longer.
No, it wasn't.
The part that we saw was just a tiny little chunk.
So that was the end of it?
I think so.
No, hell no.
I honestly, I knew that people had it, but I hadn't seen it. Or at least if I did see it, I only saw like a second of it until it leaked online. Like I knew people had it, but I just didn't even want to see it just because it's like seeing your kid get their ass beat.
Well, I mean, listen, sometimes you got to chill out, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to chill out sometimes. You know, D-Dub talk his shit because he can fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People that's going to do something about what they talking about is cool, but some of these people think they ain't going to get caught.
Mm.
And that was a bad look. The worst part about it was I'm watching it. And at the end of it, right when Almighty goes to walk away and you see Lush's left foot move, he lets out a fart.
Why are you always putting fake fart narratives on people?
Lush, the nigga pooted. Like when you knocked out is one thing, but when you Putin when you knocked out, that's a whole nother thing. That's bad.
If that did happen, that would be pretty embarrassing. That'd be like he's on his deathbed, like he's just all his bodily faculties end up coming out. Facilities,
so
what is it?
He wasn't even attempting to get up.
In what we see of the video.
He caught him with a temple shot.
I mean, he drove home after that. So it's not like he was like concussed to the point where he couldn't operate a vehicle.
So since then, has he been respectful to Almighty?
They were on the podcast together today. I think Lush didn't even want that to happen. He just had to do that. He felt like he had to do that in order to get his respect from Almighty and to be able to continue to podcast together. I didn't arrange it or have anything to do with this, but I guess that's the logic.
They were supposed to squabble the first time up here, wasn't it?
Okay. Almighty said he was coming here to fight Lush, and we all went outside. It was actually on live. It's so funny. It's still up there. But we all go outside. So to the live stream, they're just looking at an empty table. All four of us or whatever go outside. And then eventually Almighty texts me and basically like reveals. Like he had said something that like, I think he said, I'm pulling up. We thought that meant you're pulling up right now. We go outside. We realized that he meant like he was going to pull up like the next day or some shit. So that was kind of awkward, but that was pretty funny that there's just a No Jumper podcast out there with just the table, but nobody.
He's just Almighty, right?
I don't know exactly. Yeah.
Not Almighty, nothing. Like just Almighty.
Almighty suspect.
Oh yeah, true.
Why? Why you're searching his rapper name on Megan's Law?
No, get his real name. We got it clean.
I mean, I'm sure. Well, we could ask Josh.
I don't believe it's true.
I don't think it's true either. I don't think anyone even took it serious. I mean, to be real, if he had a charge of anything related to women, we could probably guess what it would be.
There we go.
Probably be
sending this to the team.
Walking the streets.
Mr. Thompson.
Tompkins?
Yeah.
Burnin? I don't know. I don't suspect. I didn't plan for him to be looking your name up on this database as part of this conversation. I didn't know.
I don't believe he's guilty of these things.
I don't think so either. I just didn't know that you were going to actually
end
search.
of the day, shit. Let's clear him.
If he was, Lush for sure would have already done whatever you're doing right now.
Well, here goes the problem. Lush should have never said it unless he did it.
I agree, and that's why Lush pretty much just like took his beating and fell down, and that was the end of it, as far as I could tell.
Yeah, I don't believe. Almighty used to be an asshole.
Yeah, you could. Some would say he still is.
Nah,
not me. But.
He's matured.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And laid back. So when he was running around being an asshole back then, I believe at one point in time he was gang banging.
But he came into the game with Frosty the Snowman, who, great rapper, great guy, huge asshole.
He was game banging, and I think like any of that would have been on his name, it would have been out.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people who hate Suspects. For
It'd
sure.
have been out. But he's cool people. We're gonna clear that up. That's crazy.
No, yeah.
But he gave Lush some pass, but I think if Lush whoop on him again, he gonna whoop on him.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen here.
Nobody should be fighting Lush though.
You're saying he's not like a full-grown
competitor. I'm so glad that I came down off of that. Look, bro, I've never said nothing to your body. Think about it. That's how bad I wanted to get him.
But I mean, you had him here on the podcast and you didn't even say shit.
No, when I seen him, that day I seen him when he was walking, it was like one leg was like he was dragging it. I'm like, oh shit, dude, kind of handy.
Maybe it's the whippets.
I don't know what it was. He know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
He has like, okay.
Yeah,
Donnie is imitating how Lush walks.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
when I seen that, and then I talked to him, I was like, Wack, don't do that. That just because I don't do that. Because I go somewhere else when I start fighting.
Yeah, you don't want to fight Lush for sure.
Nah, I didn't want to. That's why I didn't. And, I elected to go another way with it.
Right. No, 100%. Okay, so that's not even what I was planning on talking about. I wanted to tell you about the situation with Lush and this guy, Marvelous. You know about this? All right. I'll show you what he looks like.
Are you talking about the Hispanic dude?
Yes.
He talked about that guy had sex with a minor.
He had a baby with a minor.
Yeah, I heard that weirdo. What is he talking about?
I'm just going to bring him on the screen.
Did dude give him a fake ID? Did she give him a fake ID?
That's what they're saying. Okay, so this is Marvelous. This is Lush.
He got 10 kids.
He has 10 kids. And so he basically was doing a tattoo on a girl, and she had her sister or whatever with her. And I believe that, I think he tattooed this girl as well. And she had a fake ID, and she was saying she was whatever, 19, 20, whatever. He ends up banging her. According to him, she was 16. He ID'd her in the process of doing the tattoo, but then bangs her, doesn't really talk to her afterwards. 8 months into the pregnancy, finds out that she's 16. And so she has the kid. Obviously, he says that he was very upset about this. He's like 40. So obviously, yeah, that
So he couldn't tell she was 16? I ain't going for it, bro.
According to him, he couldn't tell.
I ain't going for it, bro.
Okay. I feel like that's probably a lot of people's reaction.
I just saw, when I went to Lens Crafters, I get out my car, I see a chick. She's sitting on the bench. She on me the whole way, right? Get up on her. She said, hey, how you doing? Were you on your way too? I say, little girl, you younger than my youngest child. I can tell she's 16. You can tell a 16-year-old. I'm sorry.
I think you could tell most of the time. I don't know what level
then where's
Marvelous was on. Oh, actually, you know what? There is a video.
Where's she at?
Well, you could see her now because he did content with her. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find it, but Marvelous Inc. Baby Mother. Yeah, look, there's her right here.
Let me see.
That's her. We can even listen to her speak. She's 20 now.
How me and Daniel met was my sister went to get a tattoo. She invited me over. I went over. I liked his work.
This was 2 weeks ago. I mean, to be fair, she does look all right now.
She's
but
20.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But so he says that he was super upset about this. That's not even what we're talking about, though. Lush asked me, can he interview this guy Marvelous? Because this is obviously like the talk of the town on the Mexican podcast world. A lot of people already hated Marvelous because American Cholo, basically, like when I went on American Cholo's podcast, American Cholo told me all about how he had just gone into a situation with Marvelous where he saw him at some kind of tattoo event or something. American Cholo runs down on him, tells him like, yo, we need to go to the bathroom and fight. He said that Marvelous wouldn't go to the bathroom and fight, wouldn't go outside and fight. So American Cholo is basically just saying he's a huge bitch.
So American tripping on him because of the minor thing.
No, this was before that. This was maybe 6 months ago.
They had a whole nother problem.
They had a whole nother problem. And he's from a hood that apparently is greenlit by the Mexican mafia. They don't.
He's from Montevideo or something?
What is it? Yeah. And so they don't get taxed.
Around for a minute.
They don't want to get taxed. So apparently they have some kind of strange relationship because of that. He said he's like grown up, knowing what it's like to be hated by everybody, whatever. So fine. I tell Lush, yeah, totally do the interview. This is interesting. This is what people are talking about right now. Lush does the interview. Super. I mean, he's questioning him. He's asking him questions, but it's not really like confrontational. It's not a difficult interview because, to be fair, the guy has an excuse for everything. You know, he's like got his whole script of exactly what he says happened. It's kind of hard to interview somebody and like hold them to the fire when they're telling you that they didn't intend to do this, whatever. Then Lush goes on the news right after, and this is the bad behavior that I can't get behind. And I called Lush out for this, and he did a lot of blaming other people and whatnot. And obviously, I love you, Lush, but I just wanted Wack to weigh in on this. You know, Hater World, where you went on.
Yeah.
They produced a T-shirt mocking Marvelous. You could probably find it somewhere, but it basically says like Marvelous 16 file or some shit on it. Lush goes on the news right after he does this interview
with the shirt
and puts the shirt on and goes on the channel.
Wait.
Which to me,
that's some bitch ass.
That's
shit.
a foul.
So why didn't he wear that when Marvelous was here?
So I'm saying, how are you going to sit there and have a man-to-man real conversation, and then the next thing you do that same day is that you go on the news and you wear a shirt that basically treats him like a joke? To me,
I don't know.
That's
Marvelous.
Not cool. Right.
Now, if in fact the girl showed him a fake ID, right? That's one thing. I'm assuming at 16 you should be able to tell, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt it's a fake ID. Okay, cool. I heard them say she showed up with the mother, the baby, whatever. And we said, I'm gonna take care of it if it's mine. So I guess he didn't know she was pregnant. Right?
He didn't find out till she was 8 months in.
Right.
And I guess she ran down on him at a swap meet while he was with another baby mama.
Yeah. So, but here's what's crazy. Lush, dude came in because you called him to come in.
Yeah. Showing him that respect.
In that interview, did Lush tell him, I think you's a pedo?
Not in those words. He did ask him all questions about this.
But did he just
But never at any point was he like, I think you're a pedophile. I think you're a bitch. I think you did this on purpose. Yada yada. Nothing. None of that.
That makes Lush a weirdo.
Okay.
Because you can't do that interview and then right after put a shirt on that you had here already.
Yep.
And go on the news, right? Disrespecting the dude. I would have respected it if he wore the shirt in front of dude.
I can't imagine how that would have gone if Lush had said, well, actually, check this out. But I agree. That would have been the more rational, respectable thing for him to do. If he liked the shirt so much, if he thought the shirt was that funny, if he thought that this was such an important shirt, wear it to his face. It's the same thing. It would be like doing an interview with someone, asking him all kinds of questions, and then later that day I go on the news and I say, I just interviewed this guy. He's a fucking idiot.
Now,
this guy's a piece of shit. I just interviewed him. Moron. That's not cool.
Did the teenager's parents eventually know about him?
They know about it, and I believe they were actually there when this tattoo took place. And they have decided that they do not want to press charges against Marvelous. So apparently both the girl who had the baby and her parents do not hold it against him. And he claims, and I can't verify this, but he claims that she basically had like pulled this on some other tattoo artists as well and banged them when she was underage as well. Which, I mean, I guess that is... I've known girls throughout my life who are like, you know, grown. I'm talking to them and they're like, oh my God, when I was 16, I used to do this and I lied to this guy and I fucked this guy and I used to go to this bar. Right. I mean, there's definitely girls where this is their hobby when they're underage.
So Lush, yo, that ain't cool, bro. Lush, please don't never do me like that, bro. I'm going to be forced to have to ignore your handicap.
But then, okay, when I sit down with him, you want to know what bullshit excuse he tried to use? And again, I love you, Lush, but I got to map this out. He points at Bricc Baby, who's sitting right next to him, which is fucked up even of itself to be like, oh, you're accusing me of doing something fucked up. Well, what about this guy? That's fucked up. But his excuse was such bullshit. He goes, well, Bricc sat with Big Sad and then later on decided that he thought Big Sad was a snitch.
No,
Big Sad presented Bricc with paperwork that we all read together that presented and one version of it. DW and Bricc changed their opinion a few days later.
I sent the paperwork dude brought was one version of it. That's just like Rollo. We had to expose him. Right?
So you think Rollo's big guilty?
I got to work. You want it?
Oh, Lord. I mean, do I really want to read all the work?
No,
Probably not.
You can go right to the pages.
But you know that Big Facts interviewed him and they went hard on him and then they took it down?
Listen to me, bro. This is, you can go straight to page 8-9. I said it to you. You ain't got a shit. It's right there.
Page 8. I saw a lot of people when I was talking to Rollo saying, like, ask him about page 8.
Page 8 and 9. We got to work. We just ran a thing. I had Seti Nash. Seti come on there defending him. I said, I'm going to send you something.
Okay.
You can pull it up. If you want, won't you pull up to go to the last 100 show clip, Seti Nash, and we made him read it. He said, oh, shit, I didn't read this.
He said that the lawyer, against his wishes, suggested that he might be down to snitch, but that he didn't.
The lawyer said, can we clear the courtroom of these people due to the fact of the proffering and all the numerous people that my client gave information up on that are prominent, known people in the urban community, his life will be in danger. It's in the paperwork. The lawyer is saying, my client proffered against a bunch of different people that are well known in the urban community. So can we clear the courtroom when we read these things? It's in the paperwork, page 8-9. I just sent it to you. It's in the work. It's in the work. So
I still haven't done my full research to have a full opinion.
Well, I sent it to you. You got it.
Okay.
You have it. It's in the work. Shout out to Ghost.
But are people doing this work on YouTube? I'm just gonna search Rollo snitch. What is page 12? Because that's the other page that Rollo kept telling people to look at.
Yeah, but damn what page 12 say.
Because he just did Math Hoffa and Academics, and I feel like I'm supposed to watch one to try to come up with my opinion. But I'm lacking on an opinion as of right now. I haven't really dug into this. What are you doing?
What?
You're looking through page 12?
I don't give a what page 12 say. Page 8-9 say he proffered and told on everybody.
So he did do the proffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a damn what page 12. Page 12 can say whatever you want to say. Page 8-9 say, you told. That's it. I mean, what you want me to do? You know, 8 minutes, I got a call last night. Said, Wack, do you want to buy? We got the phone call, the 42 Dugg call that 50 Cent's talking about.
Wait, okay, let's lay out this situation for the people at home. Okay. 50 Cent calls out Detroit rapper 42 Dugg for giving Big Meech $100,000 following his release from prison. 50 Cent posts the photo of 42 Dugg and says, your daddy, my ninja emoji. I love you and cheese because of Q. You made a mistake giving Screech, a.k.a. Big Meech, $100,000. You could have given that to your ninja emojis. You always been hard-headed. Okay, so you break this down to me. Like, why 42 Dugg gave... Okay, and then this is the conversation. LOL, I'm not going to blow you up, big bro, but Cuffy's nephew said he has the audio of him and 42 Dugg on a three-way with Meech. They about to drop it. Of him confronting Meech. He said Meech was down bad, so he sent money to him, and Merch put him with Tammy. He got records to prove it. Confronting him of saying, what, champ? On him setting up Cuffy to originally get out early. Dude gave real life. So they're saying that 42 Dugg gave him $100,000 while knowing that he was doing something naughty. What's your view of this?
The call is, I know it to be, from somebody that was locked up. 42, I guess. Three-way to call. Everyone. And the individual was upset because he's saying, hey, homie, you tried to put me with Tammy. I'm reading from Cuffy that she's a known third-party cooperant through you. You tried to put me with Tammy. We talking 2017, 2018. So dude is saying, why did you try to put me with this person? Now the Cuffy thing go back to 2011, 2012. So this 2017, 8. Why did you try to put me with her? Right? So what they saying is that 42 had knowledge of this. I don't know if he had knowledge of this. They saying he might have been on the phone. I don't know. What I do know is I got a call last night from our roots with the gentleman that said, Wack, we looking to see, you know, I reached out to all the powers that be. We looking to see if they want to do something with it. It's 8 minutes. And when dude is getting at Meech is stuttering. He really can't explain himself. Man, I didn't know. Well, what you mean you didn't know? How you don't know and it's in the paperwork that she's third party cooperating for you. She's willingly working with the feds. You put me with her or attempted to. So when this comes out, it's going to show. To 42 Duggs, I think 42 may have blessed Meech with 100 when he got out. So to his defense, I don't believe 42, you know a lot about all this intricate stuff was going on. He from Detroit. His whole disposition is, show it to me, which 42 it is, work out there you can't read.
Right.
You ain't no fool. You did time. You understand conspiracy.
42 Dugg on his Instagram story. Can't no N-word convince me to go against Detroit either. Show me Big Bruh's a rat or shut the fuck up talking to me.
Yeah, well, it is some work out there, 42, that you've done time.
I feel like you should call him Dugg. I feel like 42 is where he's from.
42 Dugg or whatever, you know. He a little mad at me because
the Offset thing?
I talked about the Offset thing. I like 42 Dugg. I mean, but, you know, the truth could never be considered disrespect. I get it. And respectfully, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. They praying for my downfall. They waiting for me to slip and fall on a piece of gum. So I'm going to talk about everything I can talk about as long as it's within the means of being talked about and it's not incriminating. You know, if it happened, it happened. If you know what happened, it happened. We both know what happened. I hear him, he got mad. You know, he the boss of his little crew, but I don't see him as a threat because I seen it.
$100,000 is so much.
He could have gave that to his close friends, but that's really what you call that's DS mentality.
That's a lot.
That's because 42 was how old is 42 Dugg?
He's pretty young, but I don't know.
How old is 42 Dugg? Let's do this.
Tell you, I bet I can look it up faster than you. 42 Dugg age
is how old?
30.
30, right? 30 minus 19. So you was 11 when Meech went to jail.
And he's 5'1".
Right? Yeah, I know. We toured with him. We was on the Little Baby. Shout out to Quality Control. Last minute, they let Blueface go out, right? We toured with him. And he was cool on the tour. Like, he was real cool. He minded his own business, did his own thing.
He makes good music. He's got a fan base, but I'm sorry, like $100,000.
I just don't like him talking tough. But what I'm saying, if you were 11 when this dude went to jail, right? It's 100. Like, if I give somebody 100 outside, some dude that everybody been talking about, he get out, I give him 100, right? That can only happen if I check with my team and there's no use for 100 with them. And they agree that that's what should happen. Right? Because I'm robbing my team. That's what you call, that's dick sucker mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know this dude don't really know you. Y'all not even from the same city because he from Ecorse, you from Detroit, right? So for you to do that, and I'm pretty sure he got some people around him that did some things, but are willing to do some things and been a wall and did some things to where he ain't gave half that to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I get it. But the audio is going to come out because it's floating and they trying to move it. It's coming out.
So you haven't heard it or you heard it last night?
Oh, no, I got a whiff of it. It's 8 minutes and like 8 seconds long. And it's going to come out. And when they hear this audio, it's very obvious that you was trying to line dude up, and dude was pressing dude. He was pressing the shit out of me.
So you think this makes 42 Dugg look crazy?
Well,
or it makes the other guy look crazy?
It ain't gonna make, cause you know, it all depends on how you perceive it. Watch this.
Right,
Look, don't say the name up top. Don't say that. Now you see what I sent him, right? What did I send him? What is it saying?
You sent a video of Big Meech and wrote, "Told dude he couldn't control it coming out."
Watch this.
Other dude said, "Damn, I finally heard it last night." You said, "Once dude posts it, they gonna strip it and it'll be everywhere." He said, "Yeah, everybody waiting to hear it. Meech playing tough, but he did that shit." You said, "Blood ain't right." He said, "He keeps saying he don't got to explain himself, but he guilty for sure." You said, "They're trying to save the brand, but it's only as authentic as the face of it."
This is reputable, very reputable people, right? I told them I keep their name out of it, but they very reputable people. These is people that, overall, what I stand for and represent, their word has always been solid and good. But as you see, when I told you it came to me to those channels, right? And it's gonna come out. I'm gonna be real. At this point, I thought about it. If I was Meech, it's already tested. Whatever is rocking with him right now, that has seen what we have saw, is gonna continue to rock with it. This how this world works, right? So I would just step out and say, "Hey, look, homie, I did what I had to do. Whoever with me. I ain't no drug dealer no more. It is what it is." And just sit back and whatever group of people still believe in you or whatever you doing, and rock out. But the more he lies and plays this role, because 50 is over there, he's playing duck hunt with dude. 50 is acting like, right, he's Munchie B. 50's acting like he's Munchie B.
How so?
Right? And he's roaming around, right, the jungle, the forest like this. Right? And he's making Meech believe he can't see. The whole time, the glasses is smoked. 50 got 20/20 vision. He's making this dude, right, say what he didn't do on all these different platforms. And he's making all these people stand on the side of him. Why? He has Tammy. Tammy has recordings. She has documents, paperwork. She has it, right? He's stringing it along. He want all these people to stand on the side of him so he can feel when everybody get away from him.
But also 50, unlike so many of us, is somebody who puts out high quality produced content that takes months and months and months, years to put together. And so as a result, everybody wants this instant feedback on the Meech thing. But meanwhile, 50's got her presumably exclusive, and it might take him, at least a couple months to get this out to the world.
Man, he probably got a shot. Not only that, he has to do the business of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's coming. And I think what Meech's downfall is just not owning it. I hate to say it. Everything is to his benefit right now. Right? People don't report that you snitching for something that happened to you. We just reported it to have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Right?
Much, yeah.
Right?
Well, and because everybody wants to see somebody taken down a peg if they're pretending to be something that they're not.
Yeah, right. Well, he took himself down a peg when he chose to go that way with Rick Ross.
It's not like we hate Rollo, but of course people want to figure out if he told.
I don't know. And Rollo called me right now and said, "Hey, Wack, I got this series I want to do, man. You got somewhere to place it. I'm going to go do the business." Wack, you think I'm a rat? Yes. You proffer. I don't give a damn.
So you think him just doing the proffer in general is...
Oh, yeah. It's say it. When you read that work, this shit's incredible.
Okay.
His attorney, when your attorney says, "Judge, my client proffered on many different people from the community," in your proffer, your attorney's in there with you.
But Rollo's excuse to me was that he lied.
Who lied?
That he lied. That when he did the proffer agreement that he sat there and told a bunch of bullshit.
Check this out.
Which, doesn't that negate the whole proffer?
Doesn't that f you over? No, let me explain them to you. if I go in there and say, third this, third that, third this, third that. Let's eliminate.
Third is the person who's in the room right now.
Let's eliminate all the BS. Whenever you mention another individual name from the street to the police, I'm going to exempt a banker. I'm going to exempt your tax guy. I'm going to exempt the dude at the car lot who wanted to sell and just filled some bullshit in there and they double you like, bro, I never put that in there. That's not the app I signed, right? You got the right to say that, right? But whenever you mention somebody's name from the streets to law enforcement in any shape, form, and fashion, you ratting. All that, oh, I lied. No, you so you lied on many different people.
Right, which is probably like just as bad, right?
Come on, bro. Like, we ain't trying to hear that, bro.
Is that just as bad?
Yeah,
it's the same, right?
It's
really kind of worse.
You can't go in there and listen. My homeboys know. Listen, bro. If I'm laid up on there, brain dead on life support, or I'm dead, anything you did while I was here, put it on me.
Okay.
All my homies, put it on me. Wack did that.
Right.
Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm lying to tell you everything else to support that. Put it on me to free yourself because they're going to be the ones that's looking out for my people anyway. Right? But if a person is here, living, incarcerated, period, you cannot mention their name to the police. You can't. Right?
So if
I had one situation where I mentioned my homeboy's name to the police. Right? I had a situation. I was in my diesel. I was coming through in Baltimore somewhere. I blew something. Put my diesel in the shop, and they tell me it's gonna be a week. I flew in. Right? When I flew in, baby mama picked me up. That's back when I had the purple Benz and the off-white Escalade. You remember this story. So I left the Escalade at my homeboy crib. So when I pull up, Escalade taped off. I mean, police everywhere. I don't think nothing of it. I jump out. I hit the chirp, chirp, chirp. They like draw down. Hey, well, this car was used in the commission of a crime. I said, not this car. I parked this car here like 5-6 days ago. I'm the only one with the keys, right? So they like, well, we're going to take it in for investigation, whatever. They say it was a murder involved, right? They take it in. They call me 2 days later.
Back to your old ways, huh?
No, they call me 2 days later.
Okay.
And they say, I show them my flight, my logbook. They know I'm not nowhere around it, right? They said, hey, who all drives your vehicle, right? I said, well, at the time, my wife and my driver. Your driver? I said, yeah, I got a driver, that every now and then, if I'm a little sleepy, I'm doing some things I shouldn't be doing, he drives me around. Well, who's your driver? I said, Deshaun Lucas, right? So I could talk about it now. The homie gone. They said, well, why? They said, okay. They said, yeah, we found his prints all over the car. I said, well, you're going to find his prints all over the car because when I can't drive, and I'm in a situation to where I know my license will be in jeopardy, he drives, right? I get my ass in the passenger seat or the back seat, and he drives. So you're going to find his prints everywhere you're going to find my prints. He said, yeah, we found your prints, her prints, and his prints, right? But that's a situation where I knew what they was getting at, and in order to avoid them snatching him and asking him, why are your prints on this vehicle? When they called the owner, I let them know these are the people that access it. They said, well, did he have access to this vehicle since you've been gone? I said, no, he didn't. The keys were with me, as you saw. The keys were with me. I parked it there and went to the airport, right? And I left it at that. Needless to say, they tried to access the OnStar and the judge, because I hadn't like activated whatever. So they wanted me to give them consent to access the OnStar. So when I denied them consent, they said, well, we're going to keep the car for investigation. So I lost the car. I lost $80,000, $90,000, lost the car. But my homeboy stayed free.
You couldn't get it back?
No, only way I can give it back if I sign consent form for them to be able to activate the OnStar. They activate the OnStar, they go back in the OnStar history, then it lets them know where the vehicle been.
Okay.
So I wasn't willing to roll the dice. So, I elected to lose the 90. keep my homeboy free. Because, you know,
you got a heart of gold, my friend.
I didn't even want to ask him. I just, you know, I wasn't going to even run the risk, you know. Do I run the risk of giving them, you know, saying, yo, bro, anything went on? Yo, no, I'm not giving you that action. So I just lost the car.
Well, you're a stand-up guy.
It is what it is, but you can't go in there, oh yeah, this dude doing that, this dude doing this dude doing that, this dude doing this, and then say, because your lie on that dude may get that dude investigated, and then they really find out what that dude is really doing. So if you mention somebody's name in a proffer, you told.
Okay, what if I see you shoot somebody, and then in the trial, I take the stand, and I say, I was there, he didn't shoot anybody. That's fine, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's me taking the stand, but it's me denying culpability for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Just want to clear that up.
But you know, you get some people that'll hate on you and say, like J Hood, oh, you ain't supposed to take the stand. He took the stand and said, hey, yeah, I killed dude. Dude pulled up with a gun and I killed him. Now, if dude that pulled up with a gun and J Hood would have shot dude, and dude would have still been alive, then J Hood would have been wrong.
You know,
but J Hood know dude is out of here. So he's playing for a manslaughter. He like, look, I just got shot 8 times in the mall. Dude jumped out with a gun. J Hood know the dude dead. If that dude would have been alive in any way on life support and J Hood put a gun in dude's hand, then J Hood would have been a rat. But J Hood used a corpse to play himself out of an L. I'm not going, and all he said on the stand was, dude pulled up with a gun, I gunned him down. I shot him. Right? So they whole thing is, you ain't supposed to never take the stand. Man, listen here, man. Long as he's not mentioning somebody's name that's here and that could be arrested or given some time, I'm not looking at it that way.
Can you put it on your homie if he's already got life?
No, because I know a bunch of people that had life that came home. My G homie Lil Man, Evil.
That's a good
Lil
point.
Man from 6'2" Brim, Evil. Kasashi. We got them that had 25 to life that did they 25.
What if your homie has life and he tells you, put it on me?
No, I'm not doing it. He got to do that. I'm going to let him do that.
Okay.
It's not going to come out my mouth that he did it. Now, if the homie wanted, hey, listen, check this out. Here go my attorney, right? We can send a PI at you. You want to get attorney a statement? On there, it's going to say, we went to see such and such penitentiary, and he gave us details that he committed this crime and this whatever, boom. That's going to come from that side. I'm not doing it. Lil Buttons got mad at me about that. You know, with the weirdo, yo, Wack, I'm not, bro, what you talking about? I'm not doing that. I can't do that.
So I got a big update for you.
What's up?
RIP to the Who's Who's YouTube channel. They took B Brazy's phone.
How you know that? They said that 3 days ago and he was back online.
Okay, well, at least temporarily, because look, this was uploaded an hour ago, but it's just a phone conversation. This is no video, and it's titled, "They trying to take the Who's Who's out." Basically, like, I guess they ran up in his shit, took his phone, and that should obviously be like 0% surprising to anybody who's been witnessing him go live from prison. Yeah,
I'm gonna be real. I was wondering, right? I'm sitting back and I'm listening to the homie talk, right? And I know it's intriguing because he talking about jail, prison fights and all that. But I was asking myself, why are so many people watching it?
Because it's almost impossible to watch.
For the first time, they get to see the inside of a prison cell. And he like really showing the cell. He's showing the clothesline. He got the sheet that separated the curtain. So when we talking about things, people are like, damn, what they talking about? A sheet to separate the toilet from the bed. So you in the mirror, he making his oatmeal. You know what I'm saying? He flashing thing. Yeah, I got the toothpaste with the, with the this in it, right? Charcoal in it, right? People like, yo, why is that? Because you really can't get it, right? So I'm telling myself, it's no way he's going so viral that the haters ain't calling in, snitching on him, telling on him. right?
On social media, gang members are like the #1 class of people who are snitching on each other, from what I can tell, because you constantly see gang members getting their Instagrams taken down, their YouTube videos reported, etc. Like, it just seems like that's just part of the game. Now, part of it is that they are promoting and saying incriminating things. You know, if you're putting guns and drugs all over your Instagram story, they're probably going to get you sooner or later. But it just seems like a lot of dudes that I've known, like Crip Mac. Crip Mac cannot keep an Instagram to save his life.
Crip Mac should.
He got enough ops that are probably organized enough to just report everything he does constantly.
They're going to tell on him. You know, Rainwater told me something crazy about Jen Lee.
What?
Something crazy, outrageous.
Scary, stupid, crazy, hilarious?
Spooky,
slanderous. Stupid, slanderous, hilarious?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up with Jen Lee?
He said that he spoke to Jen Lee's family.
Okay.
And the father don't mess with him. Because he used to touch on his little sister.
Oh, my.
That's what he said. Swear to God.
Well.
And he said when Jen Lee come out here, he want to sit across from him and tell him in his face.
His dad wants to come here to get on No Jumper to confront his own son.
Rainwater. I guess Jen Lee wants to bring his mom out or something like that to tell about his upbringing. I don't know.
Okay.
Right? He called me and I'm like, bro, what are you saying? So I guess he went over there and talked to the people. He sent us the video. He said he was going to his daddy's club.
I did see that.
He sent the video.
Yeah.
I sent it to you, right? And he called me and he told me that
if we unlock the Jen Lee's father character, that's going to be a crazy content arc.
Crazy. It's like,
that's a crazy accusation. I wouldn't put that on anybody without proof, but that sounds
but Rainwater said it, bro. I don't know why he said it, but he called me and he said, now it's time to expose him. I found out. Let's see if we can get him.
Weaponizing people's family members against each other is the new arc that we're going on with all this content, because that's the same thing that happened to Marvelous. You know how he got called out? Because his sons are gang members who called him out.
Rain, I'm on it with Adam. I told Adam that when Jen Lee come out here, you said you want to sit across from him and expose what you found out that he was doing.
Charleston White. Yes, I'm Charleston White. And y'all know Charleston White don't lie.
Charleston White is the one who's providing this station info?
Charleston White got on live and said that something about him and his sister. And then I called Charleston, and Charleston gave me the whole rundown.
I don't know if that's the most reliable narrator.
You're going to have to be able to stand on that, Rain.
Yeah, you better not be Lush in this situation.
I called somebody close to him, and he said it.
Now I'm letting you know, when y'all come in here, both of y'all got to sign documents. Clearing no jumper. Because if Jen Lee knock your ass out, bro, we don't need you.
No. Wait. After we talk, we need to go in the back and run at the face.
Oh, okay.
You might die.
Oh.
Him.
The white boy's going for the white boy.
Yeah, the woodpile is undefeated.
He gonna run out of breath.
You gonna chase him around the parking lot?
We gonna get back with you. Yo, so I don't know what's going. Rainwater's out his mind.
Yo, him really wanting to fade with Jen Lee is crazy. That's like me wanting to fade.
But you
with
do know Rainwater's
gonna
dance around Jen Lee for as long as he has to tire him out.
If there is video footage of him doing the Usain Bolt in circles around Jen Lee,
that's a fact.
I mean, like, the internet's not going to give him a W no matter what happens if he's dancing around him for 20 minutes.
He's going to run around Jen Lee.
Do you respect that? All fair and love and fades.
I think at some point Jen Lee just got to start hollering and screaming real loud and charge him.
Full disclosure, I was just texting Jen Lee because I have a thing in Dallas, and I was telling him I want to pull up to your hood and do a vlog.
That'd be a good look.
I think people would like to see the environment they actually came from.
You should ask him.
Since the hookah boy accusation is out there. You should
ask him to take him to his father's club, because if his father lets him in the club, then that would discredit what Rain is saying.
And if we get a hookah, we could get a little head rush.
No, this is what you do when you get in there and be like, yo, Jen, you'll get us a hookah. And if he reacts like it's normal.
Like he's done it a million times. You was a hookah boy.
Multi-millionaire from jail meeting. I'll test you up in a month. Who's doing numbers today?
This is another B Brazy title. Presumably he's going to get another phone, although I'm sure he's under crazy scrutiny right now. But multi-millionaire from jail meeting. I passed you up in a month. Who doing numbers today?
What was he talking about?
Saying I passed you up in a month when you're doing double life is kind of a stretch. I'm going to be real. Even a bum on the street is doing better than you in one very significant way, which is being free.
No, he's talking about YouTube, though.
Okay, well, in that way, he's doing fairly well for himself, yeah.
Now, I ain't going to lie. B
Brazy?
No. The other dude we interviewed. The one that got mad at me after the interview a week later.
Snoopy Badass.
Yo, he did a segment on YouTube going at B Brazy. I don't know what B Brazy did to Snoopy Badass, but oh man.
Really?
He went at him. He said, man, I got some Ice Cube. I bet you can't get none of these. Like, he was going at him. Right? He was going at him, telling him you threw your life away. There it goes.
Snoopy Badass tells Baby B Brazy, you're mad you threw it all away. Aha, sucks to be you.
Yeah, crazy.
I'm not watching an hour-long live
No,
stream.
you don't have to watch it, but
sorry.
it's this right here was some of Snoopy Badass' most disrespectful work. Y'all go tune in and check it out.
Okay.
I've been watching the back and forth go on. 4 extra B Brazy fight expo. Who's that? Another dude?
That's all shit. But yeah, I mean, I don't mean to make light of the fact that he's doing double live. I just don't think you should be like claiming to be doing better than everybody else.
No, I think he's referring to as far as a YouTube channel.
And it's definitely impressive, but also we all knew it had a time limit on it.
Yeah, because it's a matter of time they're going to tell
the cops, as much as they might, or the COs, as much as they might be kind of, not keeping the most mindful eye on what's going on. I mean, it's not going to be too long before they figure that shit out.
I'm going to tell you what he did, though. He kind of put it all on the line because they can take him to the hole. I mean, giving him some time. I believe he got double life or something.
Yeah.
I don't really know. But he put it on the line. But you know what? I'm going to keep it real. It might have been worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because his family, friends, and loved ones, they got something to always go back to now. It's a lot of lifers that died that when they left 25, 30 years prior, that's the last people ever seen of them. This will forever live on the internet.
And all he's got to do is, or all he really should have done in the first place is get a phone, make some videos, send it to somebody, then get rid of the phone, have them post the videos, then you check in again a week later, get the phone again.
Either way it goes, he's out of here.
I guess
because they're going to go to YouTube.
Even if they don't catch you with the phone?
Yeah, they got you with the phone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Either way it goes, you're out of here. So he knew eventually was going to catch up with him. Somebody was going to tell on him, get jealous of it. You know how it goes.
Sure. So big homie CC sent me a cease and desist demanding that me, you, and Luce Cannon stop speaking about him.
The guy that's speaking about us.
Exactly.
The guy that's speaking about us, we got to stop responding about him.
And it has been brought to my attention, I don't know 100% know this, but that conversation that you guys had with him on Real Life Trap Star Productions, whatever the fuck it was called, that apparently has been removed from YouTube.
You see, I told you everything about him is a fraud. I'm the only one that was able to expose him.
I can't imagine anybody would really want that removed besides him.
Bro, on every time he came on a platform with me, he got exposed. Because he lying. He BSing and I see it. He just, his whole thing, that's a new thing. This other dude, Unk. Right? Whatever his name is.
607.
Dude makes up a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
His antics and all this, I can tell he probably used to be out in the street doing some things and his mannerisms. But if you listen to things he say, it's crazy. It's like this other dude y'all always interview, Orlando dude.
Orlando Brown,
he makes up a bunch of shit. It's like, that's where this thing is going. Whoever could tell, they need to create another lane. Right, fiction and nonfiction.
That really kind of is what this is. Yeah,
podcast.
There's a lot of truth to that. Yeah,
they should
Jaguar Right, 607 Unk, Big Homie CC, Orlando Brown. This is fictional YouTube.
Fictional YouTube.
You can just pretend to be this crazy legendary social security guard. And if you're
good at it, people will watch it.
Yeah, that's real.
For real, because it's like, I'm like, yo, bro, you sitting here and you just creating stuff. I'm watching you and Remo like sitting there like. I'm like, they're really going to have this conversation with this dude? I had sex with Denzel Washington. Like, what are we talking about? Right?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, when it was proposed to me, oh, Orlando's down to come back on. This is how much he wants, whatever. I had kind of forgot that the last time I interviewed him, it was just over and over and over. So like this happened with Diddy. Oh, I was fucking Diddy in the ass. He just says like the craziest shit. I forgot that was what the interview was going to be like. Yeah. Really, I just had him come
through. Dude to come lie to you.
I just wanted to make a WWE match of a podcast featuring 4 extras and Orlando Brown. But then like the other interview that we did was just, I mean, it was just everything was bullshit. You get sick of asking him questions because he's just going to go, oh, yeah, well, Mike Tyson is Conan O'Brien or something. And you're just supposed to sit there and be like, oh, bravo, this is great content.
Yeah,
I love
so it's like people need to be given an option. You know, like I don't like horror movies.
I never even really seen one, but I don't feel like I would like it.
So I'm given an option. They tell you horror movie, action. You know, thriller. You know what I'm saying? I'm given an option if I want to watch this, like, cause he's just sitting there making up stuff.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I know I've facilitated it recently, but yeah, that to me was pretty shocking. But the big homie CC thing, it's like I feel like he's feeling like everybody now knows that he's full of shit. It hasn't like 100% come
Wack
out.
100 exposed him.
It feels like the you and Luce run in plus that fucking call that really kind of just did all the dirty work of like exposing that he was basically full of shit. And I don't really know where he goes from here. I notice he's doing like some rinky dink interviews and stuff. He's not really even doing the big platforms that he was doing before.
Shit. Megan's Law report came in. What they did, they tested it. They put in a very well-known individual name, a dude that's married to a very well-known female rapper, just to see if something would pop up, and he popped up.
Okay.
And they put in almighty suspect name. Nothing for that name, cross-referenced as a known sex offender.
My boy, I knew you could do it.
Almighty is clear.
He's clear.
See, the exposes, we work good, bad. Sometimes we expose, sometimes we clear up. But it's, and you could see the guy who they ran just to make sure you know who that is, right? We're not going to say that.
Mr. Petty.
Oh my God.
That's what I call you sometimes, Mr.
Gee
Petty.
whiz.
Different Petty. But yeah,
you just had to say it.
I can't hold water, Well, is that a shock to the people? We know that
No, not a shock. I just
we know he's been convicted of that.
He was a lab rat to make sure the system was picking up names.
I think you need to put in a call to 50 Cent and tell him leave Joe Budden alone, because apparently Joe Budden was chased out of a strip club by 50's goons.
Did 50 say that?
Joe Budden basically acknowledged that on the most recent episode of his podcast.
So he's assuming they're 50's goons.
Okay, 50 posted and basically said something about Joe Budden getting chased out of a club called Mermaids, I believe. Mm-hmm. I think it's in Queens or Brooklyn or something. He called him out for it. Everybody thought Joe was not going to respond to it, but then Joe on his podcast today, shout out to Danny from the Stop. I wouldn't know this if it wasn't for him, but he basically played a clip from his podcast in which Joe more or less admitted and acknowledged that he was essentially chased out of the strip club and maybe changing his tune.
Listen, if Joe admitted he was chased out of the strip club, that's one thing. But to say there were 50's goons is another thing.
Men that 50 sent to deal with it. Who knows? It could have been 50 himself on the way.
He might know him. You know what I'm saying? But that don't make him his goons. What are y'all trying to do? Build a case on 50?
I mean, it feels like 50 kind of acknowledged it. Joe kind of acknowledged it. It doesn't really feel like we're doing much to build a case.
But I don't think they wanted to get him, because these days when you're getting chased, there's only one thing that gets the people pursuing you off of you.
Death.
You got to have something to back them up. If somebody chasing you and they want to get you, either they just BSing in front like they want to do something to you, want to see you run, or you did something in defense to bag them up enough so you can get away.
I don't want to tell Joe Budden how he should be moving around, but I think Joe Budden needs to have personal armed security with him at any given time. There should not be an option that somebody can just show up to a club and chase you out of there.
Joe's not going to do that.
Keep security with him? I mean, I know he has security at least some of the time. I
don't believe Joe moves around with security.
I've seen videos of him moving around with security.
I've seen Joe. They got videos of Joe out eating with his chick and people walking up.
No, that's true too. And when I went to do his podcast, it was like regular ass apartment in Queens, and it was just the basement. There was no security. They were acting like they weren't famous.
Yeah, I think Joe was like on some whatever. It's going to be what it's going to be. Can he summon security? Definitely can. Why he's not? I don't know. Maybe he's trying to get away from that element and keep it out his mouth.
He was also making fun of me for having security when I was in New York that time.
Who was?
Joe.
Yeah, well, that's because Joe ain't. Joe should have security.
He just switched it up. Like,
he should, but he's not because he's Joe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Joe's like, do what you gonna do.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel too.
And I think,
not in Chicago,
don't get it wrong,
here.
Joe got some people that love him, that'll move with him. But I really think Joe, over the last decade or so, been kind of like moving away from dealing with that element of it.
Yeah.
And the 50 Cent side of it is really not a threat. Because 50's a businessman, he's a mogul, he's gonna talk his shit.
And keep in mind, this is
but I don't think 50's sending nobody to get Joe.
This is all because Joe said that 50 needs to do therapy. Which is not the most aggressive thing to respond with deadly violence to,
telling a black man he need to do some therapy is crazy.
Well, posting about another man dying and saying that you're smoking on him for 50, that is kind of crazy. Like, that is, I don't think that Joe saying that is so outrageous. And I understand why he did it, and I don't hold it against 50, but, I mean, that's pretty wild behavior.
That's crazy.
If I told my therapist, hey, this guy I hate died, and so I posted about it to my, 20 million Instagram followers, I think she would probably say that, like, maybe we should double up this week, do two sessions. Therapy might be necessary for anyone who's doing that. And I understand he tried to get you killed. So I get it. For sure, if somebody tried to get me killed and they died, I would probably be having fun with it privately. I don't think I would do it on Instagram. What are you reading? You okay?
Yeah, looking at the game tour. European tour.
Okay.
March 1st through April 6th.
Do you want to wrap this up by going through Academics' top media personalities?
Suge Knight and Snoop Dogg. He's definitely jealous of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Did you see that? So Ray J had a Vlad clip, and Suge called in and basically proceeds to like rant for 5 to 10 minutes, calling Snoop a bitch, all this other shit. It's pretty hard to even understand what point he's trying to get across, honestly. He just sounded like a madman.
It's been a lot of things people don't know, right? Before Suge even went to jail, him and Snoop ran into each other in Vegas.
Okay.
Snoop had a security with him. Suge was by himself. Snoop told the security, "Now fall back, let me holler at you." And he said, "I'm finna check in, do my thing. I'm gonna come to your room. Give me your room number." Snoop went to Suge's room and sat there for like an hour, 2 hours. Chopped it up with him, kicked it with him, no problems. Since he's been gone, he has conversation with him. They even reached out to Snoop and asked him what they would charge to clear some music if Suge needed to use it for, whatever he wanted to do. Snoop, out of respect, said, "I'm not going to charge you nothing." Right? It's love. So it's crazy. It's like, 1 minute, one-on-one, you this way. And then when you get in front of people, when the light is on you, you act like it's a whole nother way. That's the crazy part about it. You can't really find no clips of Snoop Dogg being disrespectful. You'll hear him say, "I love Suge. Suge got me started. Suge put me in the game." Regardless of what it was, you know what I mean? He was there for me at times I needed him to be. So I don't understand why all of a sudden he'd jump on that platform. He was mad because I got Ray J that interview. He wanted Vlad to pay him a certain amount of money. Vlad said, "This all I'm going to pay you. This all you worth." You know how bro is. And I guess he was upset that Ray J was up there and the topic of Death Row came up. Ray J could talk about Death Row. The times he was there, he was definitely around. He could talk about owning your rights. I got the contract. He still owns them today. He about the 10th, 11th person in line. But he owns them. You signed them over.
When
you signed them over.
When I was watching that clip, I was like, if this was me, I would never talk to this person again. Like, the Suge just seemed like he had no respect for Ray J. He's just not communicating in any way that made me feel as if I were Ray J, that I would want to continue this relationship. And then Ray J speaks about him in glowing terms and says, that's the homie.
That's it.
And, you know, I got love for him. I talk to him all the time.
What do you want?
Wack.
What? You're live.
I'm live.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you want?
Shit.
Nice guy.
Cannon.
What you talking about, nice guy?
Nice guy.
Shit.
What do you want?
Look, hey, Wack, why the this nigga do some goofy ass shit that I tell cuz not to do, bro?
Who?
Bro, the nigga 600 did some goofy ass shit.
Okay, you talking about?
I can't believe it's not about.
He
Bricc.
did something about. No, he did. Well, it is about Bricc.
Oh,
Son did something goofy about Bricc.
Bro, some goofy shit that I told cuz not to do, bro.
What did he do? What did
he do? Adam, see, yeah.
What did he do?
He did some goofy ass shit, Adam.
On YouTube or what?
No, not on YouTube. And Wack, didn't I give cuz perfect instructions not to do something and he did it? Told cuz not to do it, right?
Yeah.
So cuz is doing that shit, so it's like cuz for life, dead homies. Like, bro,
yo,
I told you not to do it, bro.
Yo, listen. Listen. I'm gonna call you when we done, right?
Man,
but you can't be saving the other dude though. You know,
it's not saving nobody. It's just the respect thing.
I got you.
At the end of the day,
I got you.
Because if I tell cuz to go on that buster ass nigga, what's that nigga? He be hanging around the smoker, Eddie Boy, Crip Street, like bro, like stop playing because nigga, it's like nigga, I got real businesses, bro.
Listen,
that I protect.
I will call you when I'm done, but you do understand, you know, he's
starving for content. Everything is not content.
Well, that kind of is content, but it's not in your situation. I get it.
It's not in the situation because then we got the weirdo keep texting my phone. You
Alex,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Alex.
And then I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I asked the nigga why he do that. He sends me a post that 600 just put up. It's like, what?
Oh, so Alex and Bricc Baby are clicked up?
Who's Alex?
Alonzo.
I'm sure they know each other. I don't think they speak a lot.
I see what's going on. I see the text messages coming through. I was wondering why he was saying what he was saying. So I got you. I'm going to call you when I'm out of here.
Wait.
Wow.
Man.
What's 600's Instagram? I forget.
Christopher Lovejoy.
Oh, yeah, right.
Where did he put up?
Let's find out. Christopher Lovejoy Instagram. The UK assassin? Yeah, okay, I guess that is him. All right, here we go. No, that was 2 days ago. That can't be it. We don't want music. Do not ask me to call anyone for you or anybody's number talking about he or she knows me. They don't F with you. If they did, you wouldn't have to ask me. I feel like that's not what he's talking about.
He might have took you down. Check the story.
Yeah. Wait.
Yo, you and Big U, bro.
Nah. You might have took it down.
Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay.
You might have took it down.
We'll have to look into that. You looking forward to this AOF Nino interview? Some good content.
You did it already, right?
Yeah. Look, right here.
Yo, Rico Reckless, what you know about him?
That's my boy.
He just called me on the way here.
What's he saying?
Oh, look, 600's calling.
Oh, wow. And we're not live for the record.
We might as well run it.
The word is out.
Yo, what's going on? Luce Cannon just called me very upset. We're live right now. I'm in here with Adam. What did you put up?
Hey, shit, so I'm just chilling, man. Just hit me.
What did you put up, man? Luce is upset.
No. You remember what I told you I was posting earlier? It went up, and I didn't know it was up the whole time we was on the phone. Because I was posting on my story.
So when he told you not to post, you already posted?
It was up, yeah. it was up.
And you forgot you posted?
I forgot I posted. Because I was saving the story to post as a reel. It was in my story the whole time, but I never posted a reel.
Luce is upset, bro.
What was it? What are we talking about?
I don't know. Did you delete it? You must have deleted it.
It's gone. No, it's gone. It's gone.
We're going to figure it out when I come out of here, man. It's trouble in paradise.
Hit me.
Yeah. Yo, man. This dude, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know how that crosses. Bricc Baby, Alex. Alex is definitely issuing threats.
Why does my kid have a stomach bug? I guess her whole class is thrown up. So am I going to just go home and get sick now?
Pedialyte. Nah, you be all right. Remember, their systems are young. Give her some Pedialyte. Flush it out of her.
Okay.
Pedialyte.
More worried about myself.
Huh?
No, I'm sure that we got it under control with her. But if I get my weekend f***ed up by this.
Yo, you be all right. Remember, their system is young. You know what I mean?
You want to go to the 4 Extras court date on Wednesday?
He has a court date?
Yeah, for whatever.
Oh, probation violation.
Yeah, I'm pulling up.
You going to support?
Yeah.
Off the back.
Off the back.
That's good. I'm glad you're going.
Park side to the dark side.
I'm glad you're going. I hear he just got a violation. I'm hoping they give him, minimum 30 days, 60 days, 45, whatever it is.
Really, I just want to hang out with Lupe. Really, I want to do my Lupe. Wait, does she do? I don't know.
I don't know what she does.
I don't know what she does.
Shout out
She's
Lupe.
a whore! I miss 4 Extras talking about what a whore she is.
Wait, he calls her a whore?
Yeah.
Lupe be hitting on the homies?
I don't think so, but he says it. I don't know exactly what he said. They went to a strip club and she was just being a whore. He kept saying she's a whore. Oh. She's a fucking whore.
Wow.
Just like, Lupe? Really?
I don't know that side of Lupe.
Me neither. But if she's willing to display that side, she'll be on the Plug Talk couch soon, just like R&B was.
Yeah, her and R&B got a session.
Oh.
To do the Lupe.
That is my ideal threesome.
Lupe is going to teach R&B how to do the Lupe.
She could definitely do the Lupe.
You know what I mean?
You ever listen to Baby Runner?
You mean his rap songs?
His music is good.
Yeah, the Juvenile Hall song.
He's a very good rapper.
Yeah. He's a good storyteller. Very good storyteller.
Look what we got.
Who was that?
Bricc.
I heard they said my name in vain.
Who?
I'm calling in too, man. What's going on, man? They say Luce just called in. And
he said you reporting to Alex Alonso.
We're not even live. How do you all know about this?
He said you're reporting to Alex Alonso.
How I'm reporting to Alex Alonso, man?
Alex Alonso is issuing them threats about you.
Alex Alonso ain't put nothing out, y'all capping, bro. If
I can show you. You want me to show it to you?
To pull up on Luce, I'm asleep on the couch, carefree, bro. That nigga not putting out no address on that man, nigga. It's money on the floor. Fuck, I want to see a nigga dead, folks.
They said that they caught you lacking earlier in Vegas.
Man, listen. Had my kid. Luce had his kid. We met up. We had food. We went to one of his
Luce had his kid.
Show me what was going on.
What you mean Luce had his kid? Hold on, bro. Hold on. What you mean Luce had his kid? What you mean Luce had his kid?
I don't know what's going on. It was an L baby around. You hear me?
What you mean Luce had his kid, bro? Luce ain't had no kid with him. Luce's kid is an infant.
Maybe it was a prop.
And
kid.
baby was with him. The 3-month-old little boy was right. 6-month-old little boy was right there. What are you talking about? We all was together.
So you didn't.
You was on FaceTime smiling and giggling, nigga. Don't try to.
No, you asked me if I knew where you was at. I dummied up. Yeah. You didn't pull up to a situation that you didn't know you was pulling up to?
No, I don't even book Airbnbs, brother.
I know, but you didn't know who house that was, right?
He gave me the address.
Who gave you the address?
Luce texted me that address.
Who did?
Luce texted me the address to where I pulled up to.
He told a version of this story earlier in this podcast in which they basically duped you into showing up, and then Luce challenged you to a fade, and then you ducked it.
Yeah, right.
His girl's laughing too.
Man, I was asleep on the couch. What are we talking about?
You was asleep on what couch?
His wife there with the baby. Listen, we went from one spot to the other spot. I got some food. He said he going around the corner. I fall asleep on his couch, comfortable, till he pulled back up. What are we talking about?
So let me ask you a question, because we got a bunch of different stories going on, right? Why do you be on here talking crazy about Luce if when y'all see each other?
Hey, all of this, I ain't even gonna tell.
No, for real though, bro.
Hold on. I'm finna give you the real right now.
Yeah, this is weird.
This just formed today. All of this, me, Rad, Luce, and a couple other homies had a conversation this morning. There was some dollars around, and motherfuckers know how to come together and put the bullshit to the side.
Huh?
So I pulled up on them and I said, hey, listen, bro, if it's some dollars on the floor, you could come meet me yourself. We gonna pull up together. I'm finna come shake your hand, nigga, and we gonna holler about these dollars.
So now Luce is not from the hood no more.
He never got put on. I'm not saying that. I'm taking my stance. I'm not changing my stance on that.
So you pulled up on Luce. You saying Luce sent you the address?
If he can tell, never in my life would I put out a nigga address.
No, but you saying Luce sent you the address?
On my mama.
He sent it directly to you. It didn't come from nowhere else.
You were duped.
Hold on, Adam. I'm about to share my screen.
Okay.
Hold on.
I think Luce was fibbing to Wack, or I don't know. There's a lot of people who could be fibbing to various people here.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go down to Luce.
Don't go down on Luce.
The address. Two different addresses, right?
I don't know. You say he sent them to you.
Let me check.
I want to see it. Shit, we might get him on the jack.
Didn't send yet. That's going to be an audio-visual experience.
No, take the screen share, Adam.
Screen?
I just shared my screen. Yeah, I just shared my screen.
Let's see. Let's get him.
Yo. Look, now he's got Luce on the line, too. This
Bricc on the phone with Adam saying,
I don't see it.
You told him to come see you.
Oh,
and some money was on the floor. And you sent him the address, and he was on the couch sleeping.
Yeah, of course.
What is that?
So you sent him the address?
Yes, I sent him the address, Wack.
So he knew who he was pulling up on?
Yeah.
That wasn't the story that was told earlier.
He knows, Bricc Baby knew exactly where he was coming.
I mean, I'll let y'all deal
with
it.
Hold on.
So, the facts. Y'all can deal with the fiction.
So he didn't turn down the fade?
We was about to fight. Me and Bricc was about to fight. We was about to do all of that.
Because he said you had your baby with you, too.
Yep.
So, Bricc, you turned it down, or what? Because you talking like...
You could call Conrad. What are we talking about here? Listen, hey, man, if I turn down the fade, my car gonna flip over with my baby in it.
So, you telling me, but see, Luce, he's still taking the position that, this is what I'm saying. He's still taking the position. He only saying it because he was going to get some money, that you still ain't from the hood.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that it was, I said I'm taking my position.
That what?
You get what I'm saying? That nigga, wherever it's at with him and his put on, if I don't know the people from that put on, I'm still going to take my stance. I told you he been around. I told you I know what he do. You know what I'm saying?
It's cool that we both have Crips that we're like pitting against each other.
No, this ain't pitting against nothing because it's weird. It's like, we hearing two different stories, right? And my whole thing about it is,
I feel like it's one story.
Let's all sit down.
Huh?
Let's all sit down.
We attempted to do that.
Let's all sit down. That's what I'm saying.
We attempted to do that.
Bricc and Luce can both wear straight jackets.
No.
Because Bricc is standing on, he ain't saying you from the hood.
Huh?
I see, there you go.
That's what you just said.
He's saying he didn't get put on.
I said
That's saying he ain't from the set.
I said, hold on. I said, I don't know who put him on. I was with some homies from the front yesterday. They said they went to school with them boys. They said that they don't know exactly when, but they've been around forever. I said he come up out the section. I don't know if he got his proper introduction. I keep saying that. I keep saying that. The thing is,
listen, Adam, right now, next Sunday, me, Bricc, and Wack, we all sit down.
I feel like I might be busy Sunday, but I could definitely figure out a date.
Not Sunday, you mean Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, let's do Thursday. You know I want to do it. I'm going to duct tape your hands behind your back.
We was going to do it previously, but Bricc opted out of it.
Hey. You know what I mean? We go holler. It look like it might happen more than likely. Why would it happen off camera and can't happen on camera at that point?
I mean, because if y'all all meeting up with kids and shit, when y'all niggas
that sounds like a play date.
A problem.
If you bring your babies, it sounds like a play date.
I can't lie. That's what happened.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not a problem.
So everything he be saying and you be saying, because the people is confused right now.
That's why we all sit down.
So Bricc, you with the sit down?
I'm with it.
Can you not make any inflammatory statements about them prior to the sit down?
Nah, I ain't gonna say nothing crazy about you being prior to the sit down. I mean, it go both ways, bro. Oh, hey, if they don't say nothing, I don't say nothing.
Going both ways is crazy.
No, that's what he do. That's y'all
immediately.
That's why he on your phone.
You know what I mean?
All right, well, there you go, because this is getting very confusing.
It ain't even confusing. I just told y'all what happened, baby.
Yeah, but we heard a whole nother story about what happened, so it was confusing.
You heard another version of the story.
Hey,
yeah.
All right, it's, you know what I'm saying, Adam and Wack show turned up the hottest show on the West Coast, man.
Oh, he's trying to join.
Go ahead, man.
You
said it. Let's go.
I love Bricc Baby.
I love Bricc Baby. That's what Luce said. Luce said, I love Bricc Baby.
That's my man. We out of here, man. The Adam and Wack show. Y'all do your thing, man. Y'all can
we are ready to do the outro, so I appreciate that. Yeah.
Since they can pull up, I'm pulling up now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pulling up.
Pull up to the play date.
I'm pulling up.
Your kid's too old. She's gonna feel awkward at the play date.
What you mean?
They got babies. You got a grown up.
No, I got kids. I got an 11-year-old out there.
Oh, 11-year-old might not want to hang out with a 1-year-old, but
I got an 11-year-old out here too.
Because this is getting weird.
I got a 4-year-old. We're gonna have a big old play date.
Very weird.
It's play date season.
Something ain't going right. I hear Bricc on the phone. I'm like, hold on, Bricc, you ain't finna get that off.
Hey, I'm telling you, did I change my story?
No, you didn't.
All right. I'll let y'all when y'all get
this is finna get interesting.
All right.
Appreciate you, bro. Wow, look at that. Look at that conclusion. This is like a major motion picture. We start the show off one way. By the end of it, we've come to a totally different conclusion. Crazy.
I don't understand this new wave shit. I can't do all that.
It's like politics. It's not just one narrative. There's two different narratives, and you get to pick your own narrative.
Yeah, but I don't understand how that works.
Well, do you at all feel like Luce Cannon might have portrayed this to you differently than it actually was?
I mean, that's why 600 kind of got a leg to stand on, because he heard what I heard.
Might be DP time. DP that boy.
That was crazy.
Luce Cannon.
That was crazy, crazy, crazy. I can't, even the world is like, it's too much. See, I don't never want to kill my credibility and how authentic I am when I speak and say things. You get what I'm saying? So if I don't got a problem with you, I tell you I ain't got a problem with you. But if I got a problem with you and it's like that and there's all kind of crazy things being said, then that's gonna be the reflection of what the outcome is.
I feel bad for all the people who watch the beginning of this podcast and don't see the end, because they're gonna there's like a huge percentage of people that are gonna be kind of not in on it.
Right? This is recorded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy.
The weirdest part is how we're not live, but how somehow every gang member knows exactly what conversation we're having, even though we're not live.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Surprised B Brazy didn't call in.
I don't know who. I don't know. Somebody called him because that's for Bricc to call in right now.
Yeah, it is weird. I wonder why he was calling.
He said it. I hear my name's being brought up.
Oh, yeah, he did, huh? Okay, you tell me who deserves to be on this list and who doesn't. Academics, Say Cheese, No Jumper, DJ Vlad, Breakfast Club, Wack 100, Cam Capone, Joe Budden, Wallow and Gilly, Art of Dialogue, Trap Lore Ross, Drink Champs, Fig Immunity, and Kai Cenat. Number one, media in hip hop. This is what he's saying.
Academics, Say Cheese. Academics, Say Cheese, No Jumper, Vlad. Vlad shouldn't even be up there. He's on a mountain of his own. Like, that's disrespecting Vlad.
No, but he does hip hop content.
No,
I'm
saying he's
hip hop focused.
He's on the mountain of his own. I'm not saying he don't deserve to be there, but he's like, he should never be compete with nobody. Breakfast Club, Wack 100, Cam Capone, Joe Budden, Gillian Wallow, Trap Lord Ross, Drink Champs, Big Immunity, and Kai Cenat.
I've already commented on this.
If it was two, listen, you said one or two?
One or two?
How many people you said shouldn't be there?
I'm just asking you, who doesn't deserve to be on this list? And is there anyone who should be on this list that isn't on this list?
If I was, let me rank it. Well, where the fuck is No Jumper?
We're number 3.
All right, so academics.
If you had to remove 3, which would you remove? If I had to remove 3,
Art of Dialogue.
Yep. Shout out to them, but I feel
look,
like
if I got to remove 3, Art of Dialogue would go. Trap Lore would go.
What he does is very different than what everybody else on this list does.
But I'm saying
he does the narrated, pre-written.
He do the narrated what we talking about.
It's a little different.
I fuck we'd have to go. 3 got to go. Art of Dialogue. Trap Lore would go.
Fig Immunity.
No, and I'm not saying they don't report on it, but you got Cam Capone, Joe Budden, Gillian Wallow, Kai, Academics. You know what? I'm going to keep it 100. I fuck with him, but you know what? Nah, I'm going to put Fig Immunity back in there. Say Cheese.
What?
He can stay on Instagram. I don't see, like, I see his IG work, and I fuck with him with his IG work, but I have never seen a Say Cheese interview.
You are out of touch with
I'm
the
just
culture
being
then,
real,
because,
bro.
okay, in their defense.
I'm being real.
And he has been on a bit of a hiatus. He hasn't really been going that hard.
That's what I'm saying. So I got to give it to Fig Immunity.
Couple months.
I got to correct that, bro.
So in terms of impact, his Charleston White shit goes crazy every single time.
Okay, I get that.
So that's big. And I also feel like
him as an individual and a person, I mess with him and his platform. But right now, like I haven't really been. Maybe he took some time off. He doing something different. I don't know. I don't take nothing from it. But we talking about right now, Big Immunity been putting in the work.
Yeah, but their work isn't really like stuff that extends to hip hop as a whole. I feel like it's mostly just like some random intern beefing with some host. It's just like, it's all internal drama stuff.
So you said it's not overall hip hop.
It's not that it's not hip hop. It's just that it's like a bunch of tiny, minuscule West Coast characters beefing with each other. And to me, that just doesn't really feel that impactful. To be fair,
how many people was up there?
Shit, a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, this is probably just Axe sort of rambling off the top of his head, you know? It's not like he probably was putting together like a super specific list.
I will say this. I believe Breakfast Club, Kai Cenat, and DJ Vlad, I believe they're on their own planet.
How is Breakfast Club not hip hop when they're like literally on hip hop radio?
Because they're on their own planet. They're
on YouTube. And they're on other social media, and then they're on the radio.
But that platform is like bigger than. Let's think about what that is.
I don't feel like it's bigger than a lot of the other things on this list.
That's the only platform up there that can cross. They can have the president up there, Jay-Z, or the up-and-coming rapper, and have that reach. Like that's the only.
Vlad just interviewed Elon Musk's dad.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know?
No, what I'm saying is Vlad is behind him. Like those two platforms, their reach is totally different from what the one behind them. I'm gonna be real. When it comes to that, is Gilly and Wallow.
They're pretty big.
No, they got that reach to have those different type of people.
But they pretty much just do rappers, don't they?
I mean, they do what they want to do. I'm just keeping it 100. And then after that is Joe Budden.
Joe Budden's huge.
I think it should be categorized for certain things. In that way, Trap Lord could, get his shot. I don't take nothing from him, but when it comes to our culture and what we do, I can't go to the UK first when the UK is reaching over here to get his content.
I mean, he doesn't even cover the UK that much. He's really only done
Exactly. He covers our shit.
Yeah.
But he gets our shit from us.
Yeah. But I'm
from
saying
different, you know what I'm saying?
He might be out there. He's moving out here anyway. He's about to be out there soon. This is my thing about it. There are two different things that you can kind of judge content creators like this on this list for, which is your own personal personality and like your opinions and how viral your thoughts go. Where somebody like Academics obviously is basically like the king of that. Joe Budden, you'd put him up there too, because what they say makes waves. What you say quite often makes waves. Vlad, he's kind of in that conversation. He's got his hot takes on Twitter or whatever, and they'll go viral. But then in addition to that, you have just interviewing where has Cam Capone ever gone viral for his opinion or perspective on things? Probably not really, but he does get good interviews consistently. Wallow and Gilly are famous themselves. They could never do interviews again, and they're huge. And I feel like that kind of separates some people on this list. Well, if they chose to never do interviews again, I still think they would be gigantic because, Gilly could do some funny little speech on the corner, filming himself, and it'll be viral. It'll be posted on every site. They're good at that. Some of these platforms, like Fig Munity doesn't go viral for their thoughts on hip hop. The only time I've seen them go viral is when they get an interview with a big rapper.
Well, that's what it's all, though.
Not everybody.
Any of us get an interview with a big rapper is going to go viral.
True. But some of these people, like Academics, are able to go viral without getting a guest. Sometimes they get guests, but that's not really like necessary for them to do their best work,
But I will tell you this. We have to pay some attention because for them to be even mentioned with those names, right? That means that since they left here, they put the work in to gain their attention. Because Academics ain't going to pay attention to you unless you're doing something. They're mentioning with No Jumper, Joe Budden. So, they're doing their thing.
You are a little bit of a different addition to this because you're kind of like Clubhouse first, and then you have obviously a very big show on No Jumper. But that's a little bit different than some of these people, whereas most, and even like Kai Cenat's in a little bit of a different category because he's like stream first.
My difference adds to the equation because people like Academics get their content from my Clubhouse.
True. Ak makes his own content, but primarily he's like watching other people's content.
He tell you straight up, I'll go straight to the underside of Clubhouse. So, and at the end of the day, when it comes to Clubhouse, it's a family over there, so it's just not me. It's definitely the Hunter side branded, on my shoulders, along with R&B and a host of others, right? But, yeah, man, I'm cool with the list. We could have ranked them like 1 to 13.
Okay, but in terms of weekly podcasts, when I look at this, Academics, he does a stream thing. He only does interviews here and there randomly. Say Cheese, they do interviews, but it's kind of random.
Weekly,
me and you, and then Joe Budden. I think Joe Budden has the biggest weekly non-guest based podcast in hip hop. And then I feel like we're number 2. Obviously, you have the Breakfast Club. They do every week. It is kind of like radio. It's a little bit
so I'm saying
different.
Another
they
mount.
do have like a big audience. Wack, Cam Capone doesn't do like a weekly non-guest based podcast. Gilly and Wallow, they primarily only do interviews.
Yeah.
Our Dialogue primarily only does interviews. Trap Ross does documentaries. Drink Champs primarily just does interviews. Fig Munity, they do non-guest based content pretty consistently, but they ain't fucking with us. And then Kai Cenat's like a streamer. So I feel like in terms of weekly conversation that's not guest based, it's Joe Budden number 1, us number 2 in hip hop.
I don't think anybody would argue that.
I would like to know who else would be considered for this list, but I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like we've accomplished a lot. We should pat ourselves on the back for once, do a little victory lap, and just say, not even at 100 episodes yet, we've really done something pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I think everybody on there is deserving to be on there in a rank or a positioning. Some people are a little stronger than others, but I think everybody on there is growing. It should continue to grow. We got people that ain't even from this country on there.
Yeah. You know what else is growing? My boner. Let's get out of here.
This motherfucker weird.
Shout out Wack. Shout out Donnie on the boards. Shout out Third with the longest socks. You know, the taller the sock, the harder the fool, or whatever they say. That's your workout gear. Go bust down. Nice. You gonna stay on that bike? You don't stay on the bike? You gotta stay on the bike. How much you bench?
I don't know.
You ain't done it in a long time?
I won't now at my age.
Yeah.
I tend not to go over. I stay between 225, 275.
That's pretty.
I won't even go to 3 wheels no more because if you tear something, you f***ed up.
People were.
I did that crazy shit. I went hard about 6 months ago. Right, I was back arming 3 wheels on the back arm. I went to snatch the little 2 wheels I used to rep with. Shit, I tore something. I can hit it, but I tore something. But I tend to say just like 222 wheels, 2 wheels, and a quarter plate.
People were on 4Extra's ass because he did bench 225 for 3 reps, but he was kind of struggling with it. But to be fair, he doesn't do weights ever. He's doing the burpees and the pull-ups and all that shit.
Yeah, he's more for endurance.
Calisthenics and all that, yeah. And to be fair, we were doing like a lot of burpees right before we did bench. So at least myself personally, I felt like I really kind of pre-exhausted myself.
What you do? You do like 185?
I did 225 for 1.
Oh, okay.
But I think I did 225 for like 8 one time in a vlog.
You probably could work with 205.
Might have been 6.
A wheel in the 35 plate.
I never really go above 225. Yeah, that's usually where I'm maxed out. Actually, when I'm home, I don't even think I go that hard. All right, shout out to everybody who watched this. Adam and Wack.
It's a few people missing from that list. Well, okay, we out.
Number 2. The big 2.
Deuces. Wow.